we have the first part of Canto 8 to do, so let's jump into it. Interesting, need to check WP engine. If they have like WP for Limbus. What's WP? Alright, let's get into it. The surrendered witnessing. Oh, wallpaper. Oh, I bet. Yeah, sure. Homeward bound. Alright, so this Canto is gonna be for Honglu. Oh, we have moving clouds up there. That's cool beans. And we have moving clouds that here. What the fuck? This sky above and below. So above, so below. Can we be friends? Maybe. Homeward bound. Alright, let's get into it. We gotta fight right away too. That's crazy. Wait, we have 7 fighters? Damn, we have 7 fighters at base? Okay. Sure. Do. Flowers wilt, petals fall, a drizzle of blossom sky blotting. Colors fade, fragrance dies, but who shall mourn their passing? To the garden I go, in hand a flower rake. Only to pace, lest crush the scattered blossoms I make. Thus, in this troubled world I breathe. To shut my eyes is my sole reprieve. Ooh! Diamu, very old lady, the hierarch of Hongyan. Okay. Is that the backstory? Little Baoyu, you must have walked or toiled tirelessly on your journey home. I wouldn't say I suffered much, grandmother. My days were always filled with new and interesting things to see. What are you talking about over there? They're sitting so far apart I can hardly hear them. I mean, is this even a dining table? I can't even see who's sitting at the other end from here. Is there anything bothering you, dear guests? If this humble servant can help with any... Oh, there's something bothering me, alright. I'm in the middle of a meal, can you please stop? Nope, not at all. Nothing's bothering us at all. Everything's good. Lady Wong. Oh, she's cute. I like her hair ornament. Now bow you, my boy. When will you introduce me to your new friends? Oh boy, I never know how to act in front of others' parents. Where should I look? Is this an appropriate size for a polite smile? I hope I don't come off too smarmy. So anxious. It's nothing to fuss over. Think of this as your own place and enjoy your time here. So is that actually his mom? Man, Honglu's mom truly's got it going on. Woohoo, thank you. But wow, this place is so huge. I can hardly relax. I'm worried I might get lost going out for a cup of water. Ah, don't you worry. We have stray people shelters located all around the Hauptstadt. Our servant visit them once a month to collect anyone who's unfortunately gotten lost. What? Stray people shelters? So like if you get lost in the entire place, you go to the shelter and eventually at the end of the month they will come pick you up. That's so funny. Oh man. It is still alive, that is. Okay, no, never mind. Put food there! Honglu, that has to be the funniest joke you've ever told. I wasn't joking, but I'm glad you enjoyed it anyway. I must ask, Honglu, for I spy no other siblings of yours here. This is quite odd, for I had thought this to be a welcoming party for your return. Hey, it's my welcoming party too. That is a big table. And that matriarch is like at the top of like a stair. She has like her own podium. That's crazy. Besides, what makes you think we'd ever want to see these stupid faces? Just get mad? It's been like 10 whole years since we even shared a meal together. Oh, and don't even think about trying to chat me up. Do you already forget what I said earlier? There is nothing between us anymore. We're enemies. Do we initiate a conversation, though? Oh, I am simply so glad that my son, Baoyu, has returned as a man who can now more than carry his own weight, and an arm too. Well, if you consider dying and being revived being unharmed, then sure. So, dear Baoyu, I don't mean to rush, but when are you planning to depart again? Oh, crap! She's like, get out of here, son! Damn, that's rough. Okay, what's going on here? Nothing has been decided yet, mother. I see. I am simply concerned that while you stay here to be prolonged, perhaps you might fade before your duties are completed. Do you not also agree, Venerable Jiamu? Indeed. Dear Baoyu, our peerless treasure, tarry not over long in this mundane world. Leave when the time is right and fulfill your worth. Okay, grandmother, mother. Throughout the entire family discussion, Honglu's expression remained the same, an tranquil, perpetual smile. Despite his return after years of wandering being met with the family's obvious push to make him leave as soon as possible, he stands unaffected, as though he were expecting this gaudy yet hollow welcome. Hey T! Hi Alex, how are you doing today? How is everybody doing today, by the way? With his attitude being so passive, I also had no choice but to watch as bystander. A few hours ago. The palanquin will be here soon. You had a big nap? Yo, same. Palanquin? Wow, so cool. That sure sounds like a fancy ride. Isn't that just super, Greg? Oh, yeah. So, we're getting a palanquin or whatever it's called to give us a ride all the way to the mansion. Gus, character, and PGR. Ooh, hype. I hope you'll get that will get you through your morning shift. I hope so too. The usual comedy pair's desperate efforts to lighten the mood are particularly appreciated today, as tragically ineffective as they seem to be. Yes, the LCB and Jiashishun will be heading to Dangguan Yuan, where one of the most prominent families of H Corp reside. The Grandview Garden. Okay. Okay. If they sent a whole palanquin to pick us up. Huh. Does Honglu's family already know that he'll be participating in the family hierarchy war? No, it is unlikely that they are aware. After all, it can be assumed that the most likely reason that the company waited until the last minute to relay us to this order was to minimize the chance of information leakage. Therefore, it would be correct to presume that the palanquin is here merely as a gesture of welcome for Honglu and Jia Shishun's return. Which means that only the invited Honglu, Jia Shishun, and their faction can ride the palanquin to Dangguan Yuan. Unfortunately, this means the LCCB, Virgilius, and Karen won't be able to join you on this journey. Wait, are the palanquin literally just cars without wheels and people carrying them? I think they literally are. That's so funny. Look, the cars in the back don't have wheels. They're being carried by people. That's an interesting way of doing a palanquin for sure. That's too bad. That would have been nice if we could all go there together. Just as petty as expected from the seniors of our family. We'd kill them to house a handful more people in that humongous park of a house. It's not like they notice a difference. Oh my, how touching. Looks like Miss Jia Shishun thinks she'll miss us too. What a thing to say to my face after the shameless backstabbing. I mean, do any of you even comprehend what it means to participate in the family hierarchy war? Do you even understand why we call it a war, when the official name for it is an evaluation? You're risking your lives by getting involved in this. Once you get in there, you'll be stalked at every turn by people looking to kill you. Including me. Remember how Wei saved your life back at the fake Kejan? Now imagine the same scenario, except this time it could be Wei who's there to kill you. I must say ahead of time that this is a truly regrettable turn of events. I did not wish to have to fight any of you, but... Wei looked at us with an unfamiliar and cold, intense glare. Well, we feel very much the same way, so looks like we're on the same page there. They This means that I'm also fair game. You could stab me in the back again, literally this time. No, never! I wouldn't even dream of doing something like... Just Shishun ignores Sinclair's anxious pleas and looks straight toward Honglu. This could be the last chance to change your mind, brother. I didn't invite you to join my faction with a light heart. Besides, it's a family hierarch war. This isn't something you can just flippantly decide that you want to participate. I know the life you've lived, Shishun. I also grew up hearing those countless tales about the family hierarch war just as you did. The weight we're feeling must be the same. Right, so this is where our tenuous alliance really ends. Well, not like I care. It did drag on a little too long for a temporary alliance forged out of convenience. We're just going back to how things used to be, that's all. And that's fine by me. I think that's enough chit-chat with you then. Okay, if that's what you want. Oh, Chishun. What? Please don't tell the family they'll be participating, will you? I was told to keep this as a secret for now. Tell me one reason I should do that you favor. Do you that favor, sorry. For someone who supposedly doesn't care, Chishun appeared rather hurt as she took a moment to glare at Honglu, biting her own lip. A lower lip. Then suddenly strode right up to him. Is this a new call, brother? Or are you just following the orders? Shishun gestured toward the rest of us with her chin. My participation in the family hierarch war is already decided. If you're still curious to know why, then, Chishun, do you believe that my choices carry any significant meaning? Hey, Ryuka. I see what's up. This crap again. So you already know what participating in the war means, but you just have no idea why they'd ever ask you something like that, huh? Fine, looks like I don't even need to hear your reply. There's no point in trying with you anymore. At least I'll have fun watching how far you get with that shallow, meaningless attitude of yours. Hey, wait! Shishun appeared pretty distressed after the exchange, so I was about to say something when Pallet, who had been fiddling with the radio behind Soud, began shouting urgently. Whoa! Manager Soud! A palanquin's been seen coming this way! Ugh, I'd like to chill a bit today. Yesterday was too tough. Let's head on over so we can at least relax on the way there. Nope, we're taking this one. You never think twice by giving things up to the others anyway, do you, brother? Damn. Brutal. Huh? What the heck do you mean? Come on, let's do this fair and square with, like, rock, paper, and scissors. Well, sure. Why not start the next arc with a game of rock, paper, scissors too? How's that? I mean, that would be less bloody, to be sure. Not a bad call. Hey, Chow. Shishun gave us a wry grin before leaving. Wei followed her wordlessly. Boy, it's thought we're finally making some friends out here. Look over there! There's a group waiting for a palanquin. What of it must be the candidate the client told us about. True. Hey everyone, there's a group of hostile-looking people coming away. Yuha is unlikely to be the only one who's going after the other candidates. Executive Manager, we best take care of them before the next palanquin arrives. Indeed. Yeah, what can we do, right? I can't spoil? Thank you. Alright, let's see. We have some new boys. Oh, we've fought some of them before. Alright. It's like they do some bleed and tremor. Bum, 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 bum. I like the music. A powerful, perfect, wonderful choice from the manager's choir. Enjoy the food. Food. We do like food. 합니다. Get him. Bonk bonk. Alright. Good bonk. Good bonking. Gotta strike that big head. Let's go with the AoE. Freak it. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Boo, doo, 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 doo. Dude, I love having the mix of Sancho and Don Quixote as like announcers is great. We got a few more enemies, 5 more. Womp womp. Why and clear there? Because I don't have many characters since I'm a new player, and he pretty much the only one I can put in here. I guess I could have just used a support character, but I didn't care about it, so I just put him there. The other option would have been to put like a single Heisho Mao Ryoshu instead, but she would fit even less. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Huh? Yeah, tell him. Huh? 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 You could borrow Crew Heathcliff? I could borrow a lot of things, but that's what I said. I could have used a support character instead, but I didn't. I could borrow Kuro Heathcliff. I could borrow Ringsang. I could do a lot of things. I just decided not to. And look at that, still got a victory. Sounds like a good... Why should I borrow if I still win? If I lose, I'll borrow a unit. No more signs of enemy reinforcement, executive manager. At least there's an end to them this time. The guys that attacked us when we first got here were endless. Well, it's because we walked right into a trap then. Shallow, but still. Anyways, she should appear pretty hurt by that, didn't she? Honestly, though, I get why she feels so betrayed. Remember all the stories about hungry families we heard? Imagine you're one of their kids thinking that you finally found, like, a potential ally in your family, only for him to pretty much stab you in the back last minute. Yeah, right? It was really awkward for me too, even though I wasn't exactly involved. Sao chimed in nonchalantly, as though it wasn't her who pulled the plug on our alliance at the last second. Anyways, where's our escort? I can't imagine that H-Corp can't afford to send us guards with the palanquin. If this family loved each other enough to send escorts for their safety, I thought they would be holding a cutthroat ceremony like the family hierarchy evaluations. It's a world where might makes right, with a strong prey on the weak. People won't bat an eye even if one of the dozen of candidates is found dead in some ditch on the road. Oh, sorry, Honglu. I must have been running my mouth again without thinking about how that sounds. Someone usually stops me before I go too far. Don't worry, you didn't say anything wrong. It took me a while to realize that other family weren't like this, but there's no reason to be upset by the way things are. Indubitably. Alright. Oh, we don't know how many there are. They even hide it. The bell tolls. Honglu has no F's to give. Yeah. Detach yourself. What's that ominous metallic noise? The tolling of bells. Bells with a resonance unlike that of any other, normally marked by their clarity. This bell is muddled, as if it tolls for ill fortune on the horizon. Wow, the bell sure is a resounding reminder that I'm home again. It's a bell that tolls every once in a while. You can hear its resonance from anywhere in Hongyuan. It's restructuring day. Huh? But The restructuring day already... She trails off, unable to finish her sentence as a brutal scene unfolds behind us. Well, are you guys seeing this? The buildings are all starting to shift. It was as Ishmael said. The buildings, all tethered to a complicated network of rail, were either rising from or sinking to the earth. Movement has been observed from every building in the vicinity. Everything is changing. The localized shifting of structures we had observed yesternight were not as sweeping as this. What you saw last night must have been a premonition of the restructuring day, nudging some buildings to their position for a smoother overall redistribution of space. Now this is the real deal. The whole mess was just a premonition. It's a remnant of an old-age corp that was here long before the current Hongyuan. The structure has been here for a while, so we can't quite know the nature of the purpose of its singularity, but at this moment, they shift based on current H-Corp's restructuring standards. The world assembly shifts overnight. I like it they move like a Rubik's Cube. Nyom, nyom. Yet those who toiled and toiled have not to fear. Is it not joyous to have a place to rest your feet tonight? To those who weren't availed of fortune, this is simply the reality to bear. Only choice is to retreat in silence, to accept your fate as one might. Await the coming month, ponder how one might save their skin. How many shall plummet today, and how many shall remain? Hold on not to all things too tight, for you may lose sight of when to let go, and feign ignorance when you must take flight. The consequence of reassembly for the evicted is an endless plummet. Oh yeah, some people are getting flung around. What a terrible, distressing sight to behold, unable to do aught to help. Is this another one of H-Corp's idiosyncrasies? I don't know. Didn't other nests also have their own measures of one's wealth? C-Corp makes use of time as currency. Exactly. H-Corp's measures of wealth and currency is based on how much space a person owns, measured by a scale they call rooms. Id est, the measure of one's space is the measure of one's wealth. Exactly. So once every month, the worth of each person's labor and the quantity of their income is measured to determine how much space they are assigned. So they can just kick me out of my home for no reason? What the just what kind of ridiculous rule is that? Well, it might appear that way to outsiders like us, but the calculations behind these redistributions are meticulously designed and have been here for a long time, so it seems to be that everyone just accepts them as a natural part of their lives. Have you seen this happen in person too, Honglu? This restructuring day? I have. Sometimes I watch the cityscape from behind the railings of my rooms. It happened far away from me, but I could see it all very well. His expression remains tranquil and still as he calmly reminisces. It's going to be hard to top Canto 7 for me due to extreme bias. Fair enough. I think Canto 7 was great. It was like then when he was merely watching the featureless scenery passing by. Dangguan Yuan, my whole home, was never too concerned about the restructuring days. We'd get more rooms some days, but we'd never, ever shrink. So I've never been affected by these restructuring days. I only ever witnessed them as they happened beneath me, high up in my room. You're fine. All that there was anything you could have done, but you just sat on your hands and watched all this shite. His gift trailed off, but I could see that he was gritting his teeth. Another palanquin's coming. And there's your ride. I think we've chatted enough, so let's get you guys going. This is a palanquin? Yep, looks like they sent us a palanquin large enough to comfortably sit a big crowd of people together. Young Master Jiabaoyu and his 12 honored guests, is that correct? It's 13 to be exact. But I thought South wasn't invited. Oh, hold your horses. I was told that young Master Baoyu's faction was just 12 people. Upon hearing that, South began aggressively striding toward him, causing the palanquin bearer to shrink in fear. Oh, slow down, lady. We're 12 people. What's wrong? I mean, don't tell me this thing looks like a normal contributing member of a clan to you. What? Damn, Dante catching strays for no reason. South suddenly grabbed my shoulder and presented me before the bearer like I was some product. I mean, that's a pretty unique head that this one's got there. Don't think I've seen anything like it around here in Hongyuan. Isn't that just a prosthetic? In the shape of a clock, I guess, but still. I mean, let me ask you something. Can you imagine why anyone in their right mind would stick a clock where their head's gotta go? even if they were hurting for cash. No way, ma'am, never. There are way more versatile biomodification available here in Hongkong than whatever the hack job is. Nobody in their right mind would. Exactly, right? No idea what went down, but this fellow here sure seems to have fallen on hard times. Too bad we live in a world where such misfortune can befall on a soul like them. Oh boy, looks like this one's got scammed. Nasty scam too, whatever backstreet they got that from. Must have been a real scoundrel who did it. You didn't like Dawn before? What? Dawn was so big! And look, even the clock is on time. And this poor person is barely conscious. Look, all they can do is make them weird ticking noises because they don't even have a mouth. Those were some pretty darn hurtful things to say, but I decided not to take them at face value. It was pretty obvious what she was trying to do. Somebody tell Sad I'm getting dizzy. Good grief, you weren't kidding. Who could have done something so awful? It's a real blessing that young Master Baoyu's got such a kind-hearted soul. He simply could not walk past a timepiece emporium selling to a human being like they're some toy or tool. He picked them up to get their head replaced with something proper. Homeground's got more than enough resources for something like that, right? Oh, well, you're not wrong there. It's really easy to swap out your whole body as long as you've got the cash to burn. What? A new head? For me? Right? See what I mean? So that's why they told you that young Master Baoyu only has 12 people in this faction, including yours truly. Well, I see your point, but we can't just... Let all of us board, yes? Or young Master fully understand the moral conundrum you find yourself in. We'd like to offer you this tiny token of appreciation. Sal produced some bills from her pocket and smoothly slid them into the palanquin's bearer's own. Oh, man. Oh, lady. You really shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't. Oh, and another thing. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this. But if a word of this gets out, things might get pretty messy for both of us. And that doesn't have to happen, does it? Indubitably, ma'am. I did this purely out of the goodness of my heart, after all. What's a free ride for the downtrodden? Right? Or it seems to me the bloke's doing this purely out of interest in the fatness of his wallet. All right. Stop gossiping over there and get on board. Wait, are we leaving Pallet alone here? Pallet seemed to have noticed me staring in his direction. He stopped fidgeting with the radio and waved at us. Oh, don't you worry about me and have a safe trip over there. I've got some stuff to handle on the outside. This design is more akin to an extravagant limousine than the palanquin. Oh, look, a bottle of champagne. Can I chug this? You probably shouldn't chug champagne. Of course not. Drinking while on a mission is. Okay. With a quick clap, Sal promptly put an end to the hubbub the unexpectedly flashy appearance of the palanquin caused. Her demeanor had shifted entirely into that of a calm and collected strategist, a far cry from the person who was chatting up a storm with the bearer just a minute ago. Time to get to work, everyone. Damn. Straight to business. Straight to business. Yeah. Straight to business. Oh! Disruption. Let's do it. Blah, blah, blah. Boo, 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 boo. I still don't have a single 3-star ID for my boy. My boy is sang. Poor boy. Let's go. Daniel. Wait, something's going on outside. Not long after Stout paused over out his remark, a grating speaker whine rang out, followed by the worried voice of the bearer on the other end. We're under attack! I thought things were going a little too easy. It's not surprising that the candidates are trying to eliminate us just in case. Why am I not surprised? Let's go! Beat him up! Beat him up! Beat him up! Whoop! Doom, 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 doom. Oh, get him! Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop. So, how much do you like Honglu? What's his place in your heart? And do you think that's gonna change with this Canto? side boy in my heart. Fair enough. But like, okay, out of the 12 sinner, is he on your top favorite or is he in the bottom favorite? Like, is he in your most favorite or your least favorite? Da-da-da-da-da. Did you do the interval off stream? Yeah, I said I would, Max. I said I would so I could jump straight into the new Canto. So I finished it off stream. It might be in your least favorite, fair enough. I warned you yesterday, you didn't listen. He hasn't revealed anything this entire time. Feels like Honlu is just purposely being in the background, being nothing. Fair enough. There is no game audio? Wait, what? Oh, you're right. Why do you guys not getting any desktop audio? Did my OBS change settings without me asking? Yeah, apparently it did that for some reason. Well, my apologies for that. Thank you for letting me know. That was weird. My apologies. Thanks, Stravanas. I appreciate it. Yeah, this entire time I was like, oh, the music is bopping. I was like having a good time. I was like, oh yeah, music is pog. Nobody said anything. Jesus Christ, you guys. He's saying it's my least favorite sinner because depressed Korean boy. Okay. He's not really depressed anymore though. Yeah, I don't know why my OBS literally just changes the setting automatically of what it would be listening to for my audio and just change without asking. So yeah, that's weird. Weird boy behavior. But that's okay, we are so back! But yeah. I just love the fact Canto 4 is the entire book's reference to Korean author. Every single character is based on authors and their books. Is there no VA work for this Canto? I don't know. Probably. I think there is. Why? Yeah! Dang. Dang! Dang! Alright, got him. Absolute got him. Huge. Alright, let's see. Disruption 2. There's another one. Oh my god. Oh, you haven't done the story yet? Womp womp. Alright, see you later, Max. Hey, Playery, what's up? You're back, apparently. Changhua. You might do the story too. Enjoy! I'm on 8-2. I think this is 8-4. I have no idea. It's been too long. Maybe it's 8-5. Either way, have a great time. Asia Pack is based on the Chinese zodiac. Yes, it is. That's why the first one was Mao for the bunnies, the hares, and the seas, the snakes. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Alfira Nova, how was Limbus company? And welcome to you all. Voidling raid. Oh, that's so cute. Voidlings. Are they small, very adorable voidlings? Thank you so much for the follow, by the way, Delta. As well as Alfira yourself. Arigato, arigato. And welcome. How was your stream? What were you up to? Were you playing through the new Canto? Oh, I love your character. You look very... I love like the kind of like goth streetwear outfit you have on that art you have. Looking good. Oh, your little avatar is so cute. Ah, it's adorable. Oh my god. I heard a Fire Emblem level up SFX. Nice. You know it. You absolutely know it. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. His days are so incredibly numbered. Oh shit. Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty early in the Canto for now. I'm like, this is Disruption 2, so this is like 4 or something. Absolute cinema. Damn! Can't wait to get there then. Boop, boop, beep, bop, boop, beep, bop. I appreciate the enemies for having a passage just called Oh No. True! Oracle, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Oh, by the way, for those who don't know me, I'm KittyKathee. I'm a silly, wiggly, little Nekomimi. I play gacha games, visual novels, jrpgs, all the kind of stuff. And yeah! Today's big day, big update. So we're gonna be doing the first part that we have available for Canto 8. And then, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know how long this will take, honestly. If it's only a third of a Canto, probably not that long. And if we still have a lot of time, I'll probably do some, what's it called? I'll probably do something like, oh, I could play more of Expedition 33. Glory to Project Moon. True! True! We do like him. Did you pull, or are you just gonna be dispensing the new characters? I haven't pulled. I'm probably just gonna dispense them whenever they're available. I think it's next week they will be available for dispense. So I'll do that. I'm still saving for Walpurgisnacht. Walpurgisnacht! Yeah! Based! Me too. How much lunacy do you have? Have you been playing long? I'm asking so many questions. How are you? Help! Help! But this is gonna be my first Walpurgis ever. Because I wasn't playing before for the last one. That's so AoE, fuck it. Boop. I started early last season, so I don't have a lot saved up. Fair enough. Same here. Yeah. I started about when... I started when Mao brand Heishu Pack Mao Ryoshu was on banner. So about 2 months ago, I think. As someone started back when N-Corp Mercil banner was going, I still don't have enough Walpurgis funds. How much funds is enough for Walpurgis? We came at the end of last season, and this will be my first Walpurgis. Same! I'm prepared to fund Ji-Hun's anime, that means getting more Walpurgis IDs. You're true. There's never enough. I think I've got like 23,000 or something. 22,000. I used a bunch to get some of the Heisho back because I really wanted them. Petals. Let's see. 8. Oh, I'm 8.5. Okay. Let's see. Petals. I started around season 3, but took a long break and went through the Library of Ruina and came back. I started playing the Library of Ruina recently. I'm still pretty early on, but I'm getting there. I think I literally just finished... I just beat up Walter. Yeah, I just beat up Walter. From the Zwei Association, Section 6. Entering Dagwan Yuan now! Indubitably. Despite some trouble on the way, it seemed that we managed to arrive at our destination mostly unhurt. Dangwan Yuan, Honglu's whole home. Oof, we're running out of time. First, I'm sure you understood the most important part of my plan, right? It is unlikely to be a pleasant sight to behold. Remember, the plan hinges on your patience, everyone. You have to remain calm and wait, even if they freak out and actively try to kill you. There is a chance that they might panic and immediately order for the sinners to be executed on the spot. However, it is unlikely that the person whose responsibility is to judge the next family hierarch of Huang Yuan will make such a hasty response. Enjoy dinner! Thank you so much for the raid! Have a great time! Exactly, everything's going to be fine as long as the decider has the capacity for patience. Huh? Executions? What? Great, I'll follow up with the subsequent contact once you've safely completed the first round of the evaluations. After that cryptic exchange with Faust, Stout leaped gracefully off the moving palanquin as Heathcliff murmured in his half-sleep. We watched her grow small and small as the distance between us grew, but what really caught our eyes were the scattered humans that the restructuring day had evicted from their homes. They were trying to drag their broken bodies up the road, sopping and writhing. Jesus Christ. This is horrible. There isn't anything we can do to help, but such sense of utilities and powerlessness would negatively impact the efficient performance of your professional obligations. Repeated exposure to similar stimuli is recommended to desensitize oneself to this sensation. So, Honglu, how do you feel about going back home after so long? Sinclair changed the subject. I don't know. I don't even need to ask him, lad. I know it can't be easy. As for me, blimey, I hesitated almost 1,000 times. Wonder if I should just turn around and leave? Or if I knocked on those gates, but she... Heathcliff came to a suffocating stop, his voice trembling lightly as he did so. The other sinners stared at him in confused silence. Right, none of them remember. Fucking goddammit. What? What is it? Why'd you stop in the middle of a... Oh, wow, look at these cool windows! I think we can swap them out with other images. Smooth! Dante, the smooth operator. Acolyte tried to swerve from this subject again, but all I got was Ishmael scolding Claire. They seemed to wordlessly tell me not the time. I remember what happened each time one of us returned to the part of the city that held our memories. Memories of happiness, anger, sorrow, and joy. And as we traveled, I remembered that they were all looking at sceneries only they could see. Rogia, you awkwardly try your best to crack jokes. Sinclair, you tried to best to hold back the welling tears again and again. Yisang, you shut your eyes for a long time. Ishmael, you couldn't stop talking to yourself while glaring down at the lake's surface. And Heathcliff, I saw you scared and anxious, shaping your hair over and over again. You've really been watching us closely, huh? Did we? Spring leaves petals scatter, and all shall turn around to find the doors to which they belong and return forevermore. I think everyone has a small amount of petals they gathered for themselves. What? I don't. Why would anyone collect something like that? Then you simply haven't discarded them yet. There was still a transparent smile on his face, but I think I saw a burrowing, sinking shadow behind it. Oh. The moment I felt that, a familiar light came into view, and I immediately understood what was going on. The golden bough is close, and it is resonating with Honglu's fathoms. To watch a flower burial of mine and muck away. Who lays me to rest once I die? When spring passes, youth passes, as wrinkles shear it all away. Flowers pass, people pass, and ignoring they remain to where they high. Why do you always recite these strange, complicated poems, Dayu? There are plenty of ways to remain young, aren't there? Because we didn't see the snow in our hair to know the spring will pass. Why are you cleaning up those fallen petals? Just throw them away downstream, you'll get dirt on your hand. And be so wasteful. How will we hear the sound of falling rain once we sweep all the petals away? This is a remembrance of rainy day. I'm gonna treasure it. Besides, this beautiful blossom will get so dirty in the stream if we let them float away. So please don't scatter all the petals from your embrace, being bro bao you. Honglu. Is there anyone you miss here at Daguan Yuan? No, there isn't. But how is that possible? Isn't your family there? And a bunch of other people who are so important to you? Well, as long as I believe them to be doing well, there isn't any need for me to yearn to see them again. Do you still treasure your petals? No, I scattered them all the day I departed my home. So my rainy days are now silent. I see. You saw that, didn't you, Dante? You saw my memory. I did. Honglu laughed. He wasn't surprised or angry that I peered into his memories. Take care. Thank you, Narukai. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for the follow and have a great day or evening. Hey, Jay, what's up? Do you want to tell us about your parents? Or, yeah, you talked about your grandmother pretty often, right? What kind of people are they? Sinclair added carefully. Maybe he was trying to commiserate, tenuous as that connection might have been. We were heading to his home to meet his family anyway. How are you? I'm good, a bit AP. But otherwise good. Ah, they're both very wise in the ways of the world. Grandmother always treated me preciously. So did my mother and my father. We're almost there. I can see the garden. This is one massive garden. We still have some time before we get to the main buildings. I remember the days when deer and hares would frolic out here in the garden. Well, I can see myself taking a long walk around here. It'd take a whole day and then some to cover the entire ground. I usually lingered only around my own room. It's dangerous to stray too far after all. It's dangerous. Why? There's the train to danger, getting lost, getting targeted. Besides, it's very dark at night. Why, that ain't a very big deal, is it? Kids run around, scrape their faces on the branches, chip and eat shite on the pavement all the time. I'm sure you would have run freely around the garden, Heathcliff. It's important to always be careful. When I was 5, someone had lasered the deadly poison on a random tree branch. Poison? I had a little brother who liked to frolic like you do, Heathcliff. By some coincidence, he happened to be running around the same tree that had these branches lasered with poison. Well, what has transpired thereafter? I'm sure he got better. Shiren told me he will be just fine after 100 nights rest. And because Shiren was also smart, always so smart, I'm sure it happened exactly as she said. Yeah, true. Little tired, but that's because I stayed up late. You did stay up late. It was like 5 AM my time, you were still like on the interweb for some reason. I got a new character in Wikipedia. Hey, Pog. Entering Da Hua Ting now, the Grand Floor Hall. Okay. It wasn't long before arrival to a new place within Daguan Yuan was made known by the palanquin bearer's sonorous announcements. Oh, more buildings. What's Da Hua Ting mean anyway? The Grand Flower Hall, so I think you could call it a place for banquets. So you host banquet in this village-sized venue? Is that a lake over there? Nope, it's a pond. Pond? Damn. Once we arrive, we will find ourselves a welcoming party for Shishun and me. The fact that they could think that a pond is a lake does give you the idea of how large it is. Right, yeah, you should be able to serve yourself to your heart's content this time. It's been a while, hasn't it? I don't think I've been this excited in a long time. Whoa, is that a ship over there? You have a ship? Yep, we'd sometimes go out boating. Oh, and Chishin's building is right across the pond. So they have a sheep on their pond? How big is that pond? What's the maximum size of a pond? You each get a building of your own. Yes, we do. So, well, I mean, a pond is basically a lake, but without rivers that connects to it, right? So it could be any size, just closed off. Alright. So when I first departed from Hongyuan, I found the concept of an entire family living under the same roof so fascinating. Alas, 'twill be quite a challenge for thy family to see one another. And that's exactly why we each get a building. Are we even talking about the same thing here? Alack for woe! We could have merrily enjoyed the vacaciones at young Honglu's residence all along. Vacaciones! That wouldn't have worked, Don Quixote. When I left home, grandmother and the elders really impressed upon me that the footsteps shall eventually bring you home when the time is right. Thus, witness, and only witness, as much of the world as you may before you make your return. I was wondering when that would be, but time really slipped through our fingers, and just like that, it brought me here. Most students did not welcome their turn. Some of them were even terrified of it. Sometimes they had to confront what they had been avoiding all their lives. And for some important things that were once forgotten or lost were waiting for their return. But their reluctance is really not surprising at all. I don't think we'd I would welcome an opportunity to get my memories back with open arms if it was thrust upon me out of nowhere, especially if I was getting dragged there against my will. But despite the fact that it couldn't be more obvious that his turn had arrived, Honglu was as tranquil as he always was. He's always been able to remain aloof no matter what happens. Maybe it won't be different this time either. But even so, can I judge that so hastily? Yo, Master Bao, the Geo family is returned! Da-da-da. Again with the palanquin bearer's deep, full-throated pronouncement of our arrival, the door opened. Here we are. You must all be so tired. Come in, come in. Leaving behind the sinners who were still reeling from the astronomical level of opulence at display, Honglu bounced lightly off the palanquin and moseyed into the building. Quite the light-footed steps he takes, unhindered by excitement nor trepidation. Right? Orange boy's got nothing to fear because he's used to this kind of poshness. That's all this is. Verily, this may be a subtle expression of that teensy part of him that longest to see his family again. Once we all left the palanquin, I find myself beset by overwhelming vastitudes and objects of great magnitude. I mean, to be fair, those are great objects. Look at the size of that table. How can you even reach the middle part? Maybe it's just the part where people dance. Just how many servants do they have? Ah, grandmother will visit us once Shu hour arrives. The banquet will start then, I think. Shu hour. The Shu hour refers to the time between 7 and 9 p.m. This is a unique time system used in certain regions of the East. In addition, it would be best to remember that Honglu's grandmother, Jiamu, is a hierarch of Daguan Yuan. It would not be an incorrect assessment to see her as the ruler of Hongyuan. Your relative is the head of a wing. I see. Yes, though she'll be handing that over to the next heir pretty soon. Why now? What does she seek to achieve by abdicating at this precise time? Artisa probably saw an ulterior motive behind every move, inquired. She's been saying that her time would eventually come, that she carried the responsibility for too long. I bet she'd be pretty shocked to hear that you'll be taking part in the family hierarch war. I don't know about that. Maybe she'll take it well. She will take it well. There's never been a reason for me to bother participating, but there wasn't a reason for me to not either. Huh? Hey, there's Chishun and Wei over there. Looks like they both arrived safely. Just Shishun, who arrived before us, shot us the briefest glance, before looking away with exaggerated disinterest. Chichun just turned her back on us. Well, it didn't take long for things to become super awkward. Oh, we must capture this opportunity to sit ourselves adjacent to young Chichun. Oh my god, Don. Well, she might have learned sometime the amount of tact. She still lacks awareness in most situations. Too late. We're forever banned from ever getting anywhere near her. Yet wherefore? Revived, we are no longer Jashishan faction. Hostility is to be expected. Things have changed. Us versus them, in group versus out-group. Deception and treachery are natural parts of war. An ally today may as well become an enemy tomorrow. And that's a funny way to say I don't have any friends. What did you just... Absolutely wrecked. Poor Autis. I'm your friend, Autis, don't worry. Ah, they are my parents. Oh, hold on. We're just walking right up to me. Blimey! All he still has the names. For the name is Cheng of the Jia family, and in Daguan Yuan, they call my mother Lady Wang. Oh, that's his dad! His mom is so pretty! I greet you for the very first time since my departure. Bao Yu of the Jia family has returned home. You're early. Bao, dear Bao Yu, it has been too many years. To see you again after so long, it is so good to see your face. Ah, yes indeed. I don't know what I should even say. The father Jia Sheng's eyes dart nervously between us and Honglu. Meanwhile, his mother gingerly brings him in for a careful embrace as though she was in the presence of something so utterly, deeply moving. It was more than the pure joy of reunion. So they're Honglu's parents. Thank you so much for your hospitality. You have certainly spared no expenses. So, who are these people you've come here with? Well, there are too many of them. They are my friends I meet out in the world. At least he's not introducing us as his lackeys like a certain someone I know. Oh, that's... Honglu's mother slowly turns around to look at us. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but somehow it almost felt like she was looking down at each of us one by one. I am so glad to meet you all. Baoyu's always been such a stubborn child. I'm sure it was quite a handful to accompany you on your journeys. I hope you can still embrace him despite every... Stubborn? Honglu? Whatever it was she said, they don't seem all too happy to hear that. Dear Baoyu, why do you allow your friend to call you by that name? What of your noble blessed name bestowed upon you by the revered Janred, our elders? What? What's going on with her? Honglu reached out and gently yet indefinitely held his mother's violently trembling hands. Of course I would, mother, because the name is too noble indeed. Oh, yes. It is not a name that any rabble should idiotlessly speak. Bruh. Of course, of course. Oh, you also have an old name and a new one. Well, don't you remember? Back in P-Corp, we called Honglu Young Master Baoyu. Also, remember how he announced himself before the duel on the day we arrived at H-Corp? He introduced himself as Baoyu of the GR family. As I was a pseudonym back then, though, given the circumstances. Well, it ain't like us calling your real names gonna cheapen in nobility or whatever. It's just a name, so you can say it as many times as you want and it won't depreciate in whatever value it has. But some people do actually believe that it does, I suppose. It was wise of you to refrain from using that name. Ah. Right, right. To let your precious name be known among the plebeian populace is to encourage knives in the dark to strive. Even here too. It is as your mother says. Were your true enemy name to be made known, an individual with a passing connection to H-Corp would have easily connected you to Hongyuan. It is said that most names are repositories of their keeper's origins. In the eastern region of the city, when the parent named their children, they imbue them with meanings. It carries their wish for the children's place and use in the world. You, what's your name mean? My name? My name is a combination of wishes, not only those of my parents, but those of many more. It means that I was born with a pursuit jade. Chia Baoyu? Awful. Hongdu's better. Dang. At least try to whisper. Ugh, I'll call the rich boy if I want to. If I'm forced to call him Young Master Baoyu or some servile shite like that, or it's take a punch or two from the guide. I could feel the horrified gaze of the servants staring at us. I don't mind, so please continue to call me Honglu if you want. Please seat yourself, or not guest. The food will be served soon. Yeah! Delicious foodles! You know what game series I really have to play? I really have to play the freaking Valkyria Chronicles. I'm just so lazy about it. Oi! What's all this? Did they actually expect us to eat all this? Jesus Christ. Look at the giant fish in the middle. I don't think I've ever been intimidated by food before. There was quite literally a mountain of dishes on the table. I was starting to wonder if the purpose of these dishes was more to flaunt their wealth than to feed us a reasonable amount of food. What a feast! I can ask for refills, right? Huh? Yes? Anyway, what's up with those empty seats over there? Are we still killing time for some guests to arrive? I don't think so. They probably sit for my older siblings somewhere in Dango and Yun. They probably just didn't want to attend. Fair enough. This is a banquet to welcome me, after all. I'm sure they believe it's a waste of time to attend. Man, there's better be on some real busy schedule to miss this. Jamu, venerated by your presence, graces us! Jamu, venerated by your presence, graces us! With the announcement, utter silence quickly devoured the busy hubbub of the banquets. Those who were sitting quickly rose to their feet and bowed, while those who were standing knelt down on all fours. Their backs bent so low that their foreheads were nearly touching the floor. Jesus. And the woman... Oh, look at that! That's a new branch! Oh, who could they be? The cock, maybe? Because they have a big feathery top? Oh, I don't know. And the woman walking out from... Would it be cock? That would be rooster in English. But it's funny to say cock. The crowd itself parting down the middle from her sheer presence. Oh, there's grandmother. Was Hongdu's grandmother, the family hierarch of H Corp and its chief executive director. Jiamu's presence was at once warm, gentle, yet immense and overwhelming, like a personification of an insurmountable mountain. We are graced by your presence, venerable Jiamu. We are graced by your presence, venerable Jiamu. Well, should we bow too? I don't think you could bow any lower with your face halfway in the bowl, so you should be fine. Probably. She's surrounded by Heisho too, I think. Guys, everything's gonna be fine as long as we don't do anything stupid. As everyone was bowing before Jiamu, awed and humbled, only Honglu looked straight at Jiamu without bowing. Then he got up from his seat and walked toward her. It has been a while, grandmother. Please said, young master bow you. It seemed that a special permission was needed to even stand next to her, as Honglu was allowed to approach her only after the servant gave him the go-ahead. Little bow you. You must have walked and toiled tirelessly on a journey home. Not at all, grandmother. I was able to learn so many new things, thanks to everyone who treated me so nicely. Had you sought to master the art of learning, no master, regardless of pursuit, would have been out of our reach. You could have learned much in the halls of erudition from them. Yet the world taught from sheets of paper as simply that, words on paper. We wish that you, dear Baoyu, would learn more of the secular world. Do not let flow betwixt your fingers the time that is given to you. I know this opportunity was more than what I deserved, grandmother. I appreciate your return all the same, that you have deigned to return before me ere my abdication of the great responsibility. Verily, it appears that young Honglu it's shy. Why? Is she still eating while she's talking? Verily, it appears that young Honglu shines on your Limbus company as the Gran Turismo of short. Gran Turismo? What's that? Can't the two of you stop babbling with your mouths full? Young masters of family most eminent are absent at the wells on Grand Tour. Just come with this practice Gran Turismo, if thou wilt, afford they are to commence their public activities. The purpose of this learn to varied experiences that can be gained from books, to grow familiar with the world outside. I hear that you have met with Chishun in the world not long ago. I have. A bright child she is, well prepared to take on the challenges of the family hierarchy evaluation, I presume. I agree. I am sure Chichun will wisely overcome the trials. Yeah! Indeed. Have you paid visit to the revered elders, then? I will soon. Lady Wong, stand here as well. With your mercy, Jiamu, of course. Honglu's mother hurried up to where Jiamu stood. It must cause your heart great distress to have your one and only son depart his home, to wander the world beyond the hedges. Of course not, Jiamu. Oh, I am simply so glad that my son, Baoyu, has returned as a man who can now more than carry his own weight, and unharmed too. Does dear Baoyu? I don't mean to rush, but when are you planning to depart again? Nothing has been decided yet, mother. I see. I am simply concerned that while you stay here to be prolonged, perhaps you might fade before your duties are completed. Complete your duties and return soon, so that the agreement Jiamu has so graciously made for us is fulfilled. Indeed. Lose not, forget not. Your family's one and only jade. Dear Baoyu, our peerless treasure, tarry not over long in this mundane world. Leave when the time is right and fulfill your worth. Okay, grandmother. Mother? Ooh. We're now catching back to the flashback? Yeah. Shuye Baochai. Chue Baochai. Chue Baochai. Speaking is too hard. I'm sure I'm absolutely butchering all those names. I'm greatly apologizing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and grab some soda. I've got some Orangina left. Okay, I'm back. Wah! Wahoo! Wah! I thought the sinners were doomed to chew uncomfortably through this incredibly awkward meal, but Jiamu and a retinue of Heisho left the banquet hall quite promptly after that exchange. It was as though they had no more reason to remain here. It is odd that they should inquire Honglu of his departure plans on the very welcoming of his return. Right? One moment it appears like they really care about him, then... The appearance of that care for one's own child was also quite distinct and unusual compared to the typical display of social intimacy expressed in average households. Hey, Baoyu. That's when an unfamiliar, cheaper voice hopped jovially into our conversation. Chue Bao Chai. Why didn't you come to see me first? I've been staying in the same building ever since you departed here, you know. Big sis Chue Bao Chai. It's been so long. Is that the lady who was supposed to marry? You've come all the way to my welcome banquet to fill a seat. I appreciate that. Had I known that you'd been coming home today, Baoyu, I would have summoned everyone I could from the Shui family to see you too. Big bro Pan's really been itching to know how you've been doing. Is love interest number 2? So I think from the story, he was in love with Dayu, which is the frail girl we saw earlier, but she was too sickly. And this one is like the one that was like the one that should have been, that was decided by his family that he would marry. They're all cousins, by the way. They're not brother and sister. They call themselves that because, I don't know, it's like a title in Chinese. Wait, I mean, cousin is not really better, but it is what it is in this kind of stuff. But I think eventually when he ended up marrying Bao Chai, Dayu didn't know. And when she found out, she got upset, and I think she died. I don't know if she died. I don't remember if she, unfortunately, like, if she unalived herself, or if she just became super sick and died right away. And then when Dayu was dead, Baoyu was kind of heartbroken, decided none of that really mattered, and kind of just left, basically. But it seems that here they're not married or anything. So I wonder how it's gonna end up being. Yeah, sure he was. Chichun, who had been sitting in complete silence for the entire banquet, muttered quietly to herself. Who else have you greeted since you arrived today, Baoyu? My parents and Jiamu? Really? So I'm your first then? What? She made a cheerful remark before leaning close up to his eye. Your jade is always so glimmering and pristine, Baoyu. Look, I've made myself a necklace in the same color as your eye and wore it every single day to constantly remind myself of you. Well, do you see it? Indeed. Oh, you have? Thank you for remembering me. So, are you gonna introduce her to us, or... Hey, why can't we just let that nice reunion play out? Man. Rodia stepped forward, unable to stand the curiosity. Oh, she's... Hi, I'm Baochai of the Chui family. I have a very profound relationship with your Baoyu here. A very profound relationship? He's my betrothed. And I to him, I'd say that's pretty profound. Damn. Rodion being shocked, Heathcliff being jealous. He's like, what? His girlfriend is not dead like mine? Oh, that's bullshit. It's nothing to be surprised about. This profound relationship can be established effortlessly in the simple exchange of agreements between our elders. Hey, you could at least given us a hint. But I won't be married until I leave Limbus company, though. I just thought it wasn't relevant enough to share. So, sorry about overhearing earlier. But you guys are Baoyu's friends, right? I've been so curious to hear what kind of life Baoyu lived out there. Care to share some tales of your journey with me? Don't have stories for kid. Shoo. Damn, brutal. Why? But I love stories about bloodshed. One of Big Sister Baochai's pastime was creating creepy stories of urban legends. Then maybe I'll share some. Wow, what about everyone else? I love adventure stories. Be careful what you wish for. I beseech thee to find a seat, for I shall now regale thee with a tale in which an adventure of most wondrous vale unfolds. Brace thyself for this particularly olden and terrifying tale features a big scary bear lurking in a cavern. If you finish with your meal, why don't we all go back to our residences? You're so angry again, Chichun. Last I heard you lost much of your followers in a large battle, didn't you? I'm so sorry. I used more than 3 handkerchiefs wiping my tears away upon hearing that news. 3 handkerchiefs? Damn! That's a lot of them. So the Chue families heard it too, huh? You're not wrong, but that's irrelevant to what I've brought to the family Hierarch War. Always a big fan of your confidence, Chichun. It's a good look, you know. Oh, that reminds me. You better watch your back, Big Sis Bao Chai. Looks like Big Brother Bao used to learn how to sink a knife into your back with the same carefree smile. What do you mean by you knifing people in the back? She's so upset by the forced betrayal. Yeah, it's not like we chose to do it. We didn't really have a choice. But I guess she's mad that we didn't have a choice, so that we wouldn't complain about it. Just as a small falling out with Chichun. That's all. Chichun must have been trying to get you on her side, huh? Indeed. Yeah, no wonder she wanted you on her team. Bai is always excelled at whatever he does without stressing out or losing that happy smile. It just kind of worked out that way. I guess it can be a bit irritating like that, huh? Some people, though rare, are indeed like that. Oh, that reminds me, did you, by any chance, run into Big Brother Chiu? I haven't, but they have. That's good. She placed her hand over her chest as though she'd survived an incredibly dangerous accident before eyeing us anxiously. So, what happened? I do know that he was trying to ally with Yi Hua. I mean, it didn't seem like anyone else was viewing that as an alliance other than Yi Hua himself, but... It must have been a pretty open secret among the candidates that Chiu was trying to ally with Yi Hua. They got Big Brother Yua's head off when he was with us. Oh my, horizontally or vertically? H. So this is his 3rd time, huh? Yi Hua is really incorrigible. He never knows when to zip it and sit down. Well, Big Brother Chiu, I had a feeling he'd be here with the family Hierarch War begins. Everyone in Dangwon Yuan heard the creepy song from the backstreet, you know. Ah, indeed. Gosh, things get so awkward and hostile here at Dagwan Yuan every time there's any mention of him. Yeah. Well, I guess it's fortunate he won't be coming after me once the competition begins. And why is that? Because I'm simply too charming and adorable to kill outright, of course. Ah, yes, of course. Besides, whatever Big Brother Chiu's goals are, they probably have nothing to do with the Chue family. I can see that. Bao Chai took a step toward Honglu and leaned in close to his face. Do you smell my fragrance still, Bao Yu? You have never reeked, big sister Bao Chai. Bao Yu, I've always been and will always be residing at Heng Wu Yuan, the Ginger Plant Court. Heng Wu Yuan, promise to pay me a visit before you leave. With that, she gracefully walked out of the room. Ah. Well, how about we also start heading back? The place can get pretty dark around high hour. Why'd you leave? It's nothing. She's just a big sis I used to play with when I was a child. One of the very few in Dangwon Yuan who was nice to me. So, where should we head to next? Good question. Just going by the scale of everything in here, it should be safe to expect something real ritzy, right? You're my guest, so you should be able to stay at my building within Dagwan Yuan. It's within walking distance from here. We should be there in no time, even on foot. Yatta! Yihongyuan. Jesus. Let's do it. Beep beep boop beep. Thank you for the pat Kate. Thank you for the pat Kate. Pat. Ta-da! Here we are. That was a pretty long walk, still technically within walking distance, but... This place is called Yihongyuan, the Joyous Red Court. The Red Court? The Red Chamber? Oh my god, dream of the Red Chamber? That's crazy. This room was made from the most aromatic flower tree within H-Corp. Try taking a deep breath and... You can smell the lovely fragrance of the flower aroma, pervading, spreading from the very tip of your nose. It's unique to this building. Very much so. It is an unseen and invisible thing. It retains much of its pleasant redolence. This place is huge too. You've been living here alone all along? Yes, I was told to stay in a larger room, but I preferred this place more. It has been long, young master. Chiran, reporting. Ooh, they mentioned her earlier. Oh, hey, is she... Have you been well, Chiran? Yes, I am as I always have been. Chiran watches emotionlessly as a rowdy crowd poured into the yard. Her expression did not change even when she saw Honglu, who presumably hadn't been home in quite some time. Are the young master's guests? I will guide them to their room. Please follow me. Now that we're here, I've got to pay a visit somewhere. I'll be back soon, though. To where will that journey? Allow us to accompany thee. It's okay. Just on my way to say hello and pay my respect to the elders. It'll be better if I go there alone. This way. Well, I guess I could say this about every operation, but the weight of formation doesn't really sink in until we're actually there. You're talking about the family hierarch war, right? Yeah, the other candidates have been preparing for this for a year. Well, we have, what, an overnight? I don't know. I'm a procrastinate until the last minute kind of gal, so I'm pretty sure we got a handle on this. This is not the first instance in which we are demanded to work through a task in an unfavorable, inequitable situation. What does it matter? Our goal isn't to claim the throne of the family hierarch anyway. A few hours ago... Well, isn't it such a relief that our goal isn't to come first place in the family hierarch war? Does that mean us to say that we needn't be the first? Yeah, obviously. Why would we want a sinner to become the head of H-Corp? Who does not provide a much more reliable means of control to plant an individual of this company at the highest seat of a wing, instead of letting an unaffiliated individual assume it. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes, guys. Besides, LCB still has much left to do as the LCB. Then, would I be right to assume that this isn't a winner-take-all kind of situation here? The other candidates get something for participating too. And whoever places within the top 10 will gain the right to take one item of the choice from the family treasury. Of course, the one who plays the highest goes first. But we're going to have to come in at least second place in order to ensure that we obtain the item we're looking for. Oh, it's weirdly insulting. Sod it. Why would you shoot for top anyway? Your confidence seems to have gone through the roof since our last operation together. Well, we did go through a lot of crazy stuff. Anyways, care to guess what deep inside Hong Yuan's gargantuan treasury? Ugh, gee, golly, what could it be? I don't know, a golden bow maybe? But that's a wild guess, I doubt that is what it is. The golden bow. Right on. What? What a twist! But in the middle of all kinds of other treasures, along with any knowledge of its true value. So, first, what did Manager Sao share with you as your strategy for the first round? If they could have trusted Chishun with getting the bow, they could have worked together. Yeah, but what if Chishun wanted to get something else instead? We don't know why she's participating in the war. Maybe it is an item she wants and so we can't do that. But I understand what you mean. And I mean, just because we're participating doesn't mean we can make an alliance, especially considering we're not trying to be top 1. Maybe she wants to be top 1 so we can help her get top 1, we get top 2. I'm sure there's still a way to reconcile with Chishun. I really hope so. I don't want her to die. I was worried. I like her. It would be sad if she were to pass. I very much wish to know that as well, for the suggestion of mutual understanding seemed to exist exclusively betwixt Miss Foss and South. The first round of the family hierarch evaluation tests what the descendants have prepared and brought for the elders of Huangyuan. What descendants have prepared, huh? So this must be what Jashishun's been referring to this whole time. Yes, to be free from aging and death, immortality. Each candidate is to present an answer before the judge demonstrate the idea of true immortality. Right, so what's the answer to true immortality then? Not even Foss can answer that. I mean, Sao did survive. Then what are we even doing here? But we may be able to demonstrate a A fascismile? A facsimile? A facsimile for mortality. Or at least pretend as though we are close to the answer. Given that they are the one who are seeking the very answer, they will not disqualify us. Honglu, to be exact, from the competition. I see, they will cling on to whatever clue they can get their hands on. So we'll be using that. Precisely. What's important looking old bad jam move favors him, don't she? I shall give him bonus points or something. So that's what we'll be using Honglu for. That is... Yes, you're right. It is my turn to be used. When'd you get back? Honglu nonchalantly chimed into the conversation. Hey, you're back pretty soon, huh? Unfortunately, what Aozi just said could sound quite crass depending on how you cut it. Honglu, you don't have to... Don't mind what you just said. But why would I mind it? My use is to be a ticket to participating in the Hierarch War, the only option for obtaining the Golden Bow in H Corp. She didn't say anything wrong. Your use? Well, if you'll be using me, hopefully this will lead to an outcome we can all be happy with. How's the Canto going? Pretty well so far. Verily, such outcome would be best. Yet, young Chichun has already exhaled with great gusto out of her nostrils before turning away from our party when our eyes met. Well, Chichun... Honlu's eyes twinkled briefly as though he was shifting into a dream. I didn't think it was possible for me to be friends with Chichun again. We're back to not being on speaking terms again, but... It was as though I'd gone back in time, back to when we were both children. But we can't go back to the past. What did you just say? Are you drunk or on something? Did you really just say that to me? What a stupid thing of me to ask. You've never been drunk in your life. Your mind's always been so damn clear. None of this matters to you, does it? Even when I get angry at you, when I shout at you like this, none of it gets to you, does it? Just what happened to you that day? How can someone become so... Chichun, Forget it, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. It's my fault for expecting to have at least one normal sibling in this messed up family. In that memory, Honglu was wearing a quiet smile even before her hushed anger. But don't you want to be friends with her again? At the end of all things, these connections between people, they're just moments, ephemeral things. So what I want doesn't matter. I skipped by mistake. Honglu. A sinner so aloof, so detached that it feels as though he's always floating through the clouds. I once thought it was just the kind of guy he was. Someone who just happened to be above everything that's happening around us. Instead of just another messed up person with messed up problems of their own. But slowly and gradually, I had begun to realize that there was something off about him under the surface. Honglu, about participating in the family hierarch war. Do you really not feel anything about it? Have you completely excluded yourself from it? I don't, and I have. It's just the way things worked out, right? Executive manager, is it true that his value judgment will have no tangible influence on this company's direction? Faust is an agreement. Sinners do not have the right to refuse their missions. That may be true, yet I find it unnecessary to turn away and neglect the suffering condition of their hearts, stemming from the obligation to their missions. Condition of our hearts, but perhaps necessarily appearing to them is how we beget suffering. What manner of? Back then, when I lived here in Dagwan Yuan, so many choices passed before my eyes. Should I kill that child who was from a different family? Should I even survive? Should I walk past the dying boy, or should I stop to help him? When the word first presented to me, I tried to make a choice. But it didn't take that long for me to realize that my choices meant nothing. So I decided not to choose at all. And that's me, as I am now. There were so many wonderful things about joining Limbus company, but I think my favorite part of the experience was that I was never given a choice. That's definitely kind of weird. Oh? Looks like things have gotten weirdly quiet around here. That was enough discussion of private matters. There is much ground for us to cover. Let us begin by discussing our plan for the first round. The next morning. There's still some time until we have to leave. What may be the purpose of these scarecrows, veiled in nocturnal shadows that were at yesternight? Oh, wow, they're still here. They're training courts next to every building where children of this place live. Here, a child of walking, running age will get to play with his dummies. Play. Pfft. Early education is important. Yet how does one play with these dummies? And the Paris that this dummy is adorned with the most dashing piece of fashion for its head. That's the first dummy I received when I was 7. Back then, I thought even dummies could feel pain when struck. Such was the blissful rumination of all those who were once children. So, is it like tradition for kids born here to formally learn how to fight? Oh, not exactly. Wow, so this is what grandmother gifted you, big bro? Yep, I don't know how it works though. It must be a doll or an effigy for dress up, or perhaps you could adorn it with some trinkets. Maybe it's got like a garden spirit that protects your house, big bro value. Oh boy. Here, let me show you how it's done. Why'd you punch Grandma's gift? Why are you punching the gift? Don't you think you're hurting it? Hurts it? Really now, this wooden thing. It's more than they have to grow up this way if they want to survive. These WTD isn't so bad. Way to die isn't so bad? This wooden training dummy appears to have been designed and crafted with some precise engineering craftsmanship. We still have some time until departure. Why don't we try using them for a warm-up exercise? I don't want to get all sweaty though. Well, it's not like these things will pose us any danger. I think we can try them out once just to see how we're doing today. Attention! We have orders from the executive manager. From this moment forth, we'll put our all into laying utter ruin into these training dummies. Hey, I didn't even give any order. Oh well, it won't hurt to get our blood pumping now. All forces, charge! Damn, she's hype. How did you enjoy Canto 4? Pinpoint strike, inflict offense level down. Gain clash power +1 for every type of negative effect on self. Up to 3. Rip. 2 offense level down next turn. Hey, cool dog, what's up? Circular roundhouse strike. Gain clash power +1 for every type of negative effect on self. Offense level down, offense level down, offense level down. Gain comp power +1 for every type of negative effect on self. Okay. You just finished the first part of Canto 8. I'm doing the same. I'm trying to get there. You're just waiting for next week. Yeah, fair enough, me too. Well, not yet. I haven't finished the first part, but I'm excited. Oh, get him! Wow. So far, I would say it's still pretty early on. We get to learn some of the relationship between the members of the family. Some of them, but the family is huge, so it's hard to tell. This is definitely not the whole picture. Sure, let's do that. Although this one is kind of low HP. Consume 10 hard blood. Consume 10 hard blood. I guess they both consume the hard blood. Maybe I could do a counter instead. That's why I don't consume the hard blood. Oh, it does consume some. Alright, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. Oh my god. Thinking too hard. Not worth it. Bop bop. Pew! Pya! Oh, got him. So it might be a trailer for new ideas. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll be checking the news to see if there's anything. I'll do a video on it if there's something new.
적이지 않을 수 없다. 추적을 살리는 뒤에 이런 구절이 있었지. 어디 보자.
Get him! Ugh.
추잡하네. 전에 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중간에 이따가 버스에서 회고해야 하지 않겠는가? 가족을 위해.
I think so, because it did the same last season. Naruhodo. I'll be looking forward to it then. This is the first time for me to be starting a new season, since I started playing very recently. Oh, got him.
다들 기운이 넘치는군. 역시 본인이 직접 선별한 용기를 북돋는 영웅당 탑 5가 도움이 되었는가?
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Fix is the time. Rude.
꿰뚫려라.
Get to you. Way, way.
찢겨라. 기대라.
Wrong costume, indeed. A perfectly wonderful choice by the J Squire for food and icy true. The backup punch. Alright. There it is. Lovely. We did some practice. Very pog, very cool. Alright, 8-9, the training yard. Let's see it.
방송을 켜겠다.
두려움을 모르는 건 나쁘지 않습니다만 또 무식하게 돌격하실 거라면 전 빠지겠습니다.
Another fight. Alright.
고귀하게.
Oh, come on. There it is. That's a lot of tails. Holy crap. Why would they be the hardest? We should expect pre-part 3 is Barber. I don't know.
한참을 떠드시겠네. 바리에게 해줄 이야기가 더 늘었군요.
시밥이 터졌네.
여기서
좋아.
어쩐 일로 진짜 도움이 되는 걸 걸치고 오셨네요. 이대로 몰아넣으시죠.
Let's do this. Bang 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 bang. Bang 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 bang. Damn, got wrecked. Poor Fast. The absolute state of that bonk. Look at the bonkage. I know, right? That's some serious bonkerinage. Wow. Wow. Wow.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이런
지원을 같이
다리우스 산초평을 펼치 그대로 무너져. 갈라지고
Oh, get him! Yo, stagger.
아무것도 아닙니다. 네 피분수. 여관에 가면 또
The 3 last. Okay, 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 okay.
또 늘었군요.
Big blue time. They bonk like they've never bonked before. They're bonking like it's the last bonking they'll ever do. Exactly as all things shall be. Yeah! Yeah!
저들이 기세등등하니 잠시 경계하세.
죄인인가?
피날레를 시작하자.
Kuru 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 kururin kuru kururin. How refreshing. Oh, I guess morning workout really do wake you up. We've gotten so used to getting in tussles before we get to the real meat of the mission that mornings feel incomplete without some action. Nevertheless, this was a meaningful warm-up activity. So, I've been meaning to ask Honglu, what did you never consider participating in the family Yark war before? It seems to me that all of your other siblings have been waiting and training all their lives for these events. It's simple, because I never once thought I wanted to be the family Yark. Is it not truly most fortunate? Had you not been born with the jade, my son, you would have had to toil all your life preparing for the family Yark war like your other siblings do. You didn't waste your strength on the things to win the favor of the elder and Jiamu, venerated by the blessings. Simply witnessing as much of the world as it has to offer, jade of our family, my precious son, bow you. More memories. What's wrong, Yisang? You seem kind of distraught. It is to do with the plan Miss Fawcett explained to us last night. I found the plan rather detestable. Me too. But Honglu said he's okay with it, so... Can we even call it a plan if we're being honest here? It matches the definition of a plan, given that it illustrates certain instructions to be followed for the purpose of achieving a defined goal. And please remember that there are no second chances in the family Yark war. Okay. Alright, to be free from aging and death. Young Master Baoyu and his 12 companions arriving at Tubitang. Elevated Virissan Jade Hall. We entered the hall where the first round was to be held. As always, the servant by the gate announced our arrival with a resounding holler we'd grown to expect. An arena of a stadium, I see. We have many eyes on us, executive manager. I looked up to see that the audience seats, which were brimming with people, were divided into stairs-like terraces, and on the platform at the opposite end of the hall, 3 shadows of chairs could be seen cast on the obscuring curtain fabric. As for us, we followed the attendant's guidance and stood next to the other participants and the circular area in the center. So, are the evaluations happening past those curtains? Dayu? Huh? See someone you recognize? No, it's nothing, Dante. Even if we were to meet again, we don't really have anything to talk about anyway. Maybe we'll have another chance later if fate wills it. Oh, hey, I think it's finally getting started. The curtain slid open and the old woman we saw from yesterday's banquet walked out to the platform. Many scores ago, I ascended to the seat of Jiamu with a stroke of fortune, But a lifetime has passed since I assumed these great responsibilities, such as it is. I seek to abdicate and walk the path of mountains and streams as a river does. With the seed voided, the responsibility seeks to one with the qualities of the family heart to fill it. Thus here at Dagwan Yuan, a collective upheld by pillars of four great houses of Jia, Shui, Wang, and Qi, we once again ask you the perennial question. Have you brought us aught to prove that the answer indeed exists? Who's the woman next to her? Ah, she's my oldest sister, Big Sis Yuanchun. She married a very important person in Q Corp and spends most of her time there. Looks like she's visiting for the event. Though I have resided long in a foreign nest, and I return fleetingly to share the love with my flesh and blood, to fulfill my duties as observed by the order of filial piety. I return that the truth shall be observed to the best of my abilities. Some of you may have walked a laid path gentle to your feet, and some of you may have struggled through an unlaid, brutal path of cragged mountains, 1,000-fold to find your answers. Yet regardless of the severity of your suffering, all of you, equally, have but one opportunity for the first round. Even still, you were all once prospective heirs of the great house. Even your failure shall bring power and prosperity to Dakwan Yuan. Now come forth in the order you are summoned, and demonstrate the invaluable answers to the question of three freedoms, one from aging, one from death, and one from brevity of life. If the nature of your answer be indemonstrable, present ironclad proof. Lose not and discard not. Let fresh youth be unending and eternal. Hey, G9. After their respective speeches, Jia Yuanchun and Jia Mu disappear behind the curtain atop the platform. First candidates! It seemed that Honolulu's father assumed the role of the host for the first round. Ren, of the Wang family. Wang Ren, the first to be summoned, walked up to the platform. Behind him was his faction, who were dragging someone by a rope toward the platform. Hurry up, foolish thing! Them. What? Who are they dragging up to the stage? Whoever it is, they clearly don't want to be here. To be free from aging and death, huh? I suppose every wing dreams of escaping and rising beyond the body they were born with. Each course pursuit of immortality probably isn't special in that regard. He has brought a blood bag! That's when we were finally able to recognize who the candidate dragged up to the stage. The eyes and focus in red, mouth slick with drool dribbling down the mouthguard, meaningless snarling. That is a mindless blood bag. How does a blood fiend become an answer to immortality? In layman's eyes, blood fiends may appear to actually attain freedom from aging. However, as we are all now aware, blood fiends can grow old and weak after a prolonged period of blood deprivation. Thus, it is unlikely to provide the answer they seek. After some struggle, the blood bag was dragged kicking and growling past the curtains atop the platform. So the creature is the fabled blood fiend, then. That will do the job. Blood fiends would indeed require the esoteric knowledge, but to the judge of this contest, I doubt they're anything more than lukewarm trivia. That one kid must have been pretty desperate, huh? He's either lazy or has balls, or that boy ain't right in the upstairs. It appears that the knowledge of blood fiends is oddly common amongst this ilk. Indeed, blood fiends are present in every nest. Tis little surprise that this private to arcane knowledge aren't well aware of their existence. After a brief moment that lasted less than a minute, Wang Ren and his faction emerged from behind the curtains and descended from the platform. Wang Ren, candidate to the family hierarchy evaluation, stand upon the podium and await your judgment. Then they ascended the round podium behind the platform as ordered. Thus announcing Wang Ren's result for round 1 of the family hierarchy evaluation. Elimination. No! Listen! All they need is blood. As long as you supply them with enough blood, they will be eternal and everlasting. Venerable Jamu, please! Nay! What awaits them is no eternity at all. Verily, I know not the shape of this true immortality the evolution seeketh to attain. Yet, the longevity of a blood fiend shackled by blood and endless suffering is unlikely to be the one. What? But those damn hunters told me they still retain all of their memories. To become a blood fiend is to surrender all the desires and emotions to exist within the being for a single hunger for blood, and only blood. Perhaps that is an acceptable condition for those who expect nothing but fathomless torment for the rest of their lives, yet for those with much to lose, with much in life they cling onto, as those present seem to. The fate of a blood fiend is no freedom from aging and death, it is but a sanguine shackle to enslave their mind. A member of Baoyu's faction has given an excellent reply. No further elaboration is necessary. Oh, Jiamu is like, yeah! The hierarchy is like, man, look at my Don Quixote, the true manager of all time.
하물며 진짜 고위 혈귀를 데려온 것도 아니고
And you have failed to bring us a high kindred, let alone a bloodfiend at all. This creature is but a miserable blood bag. I cannot even well commend your efforts. Here, a ran of the Wang family. They have spoken and mercifully given you the full explanation of your mistake. A privilege that failed candidates do not deserve. Let this be the final blessing of your life. The podium suddenly opens under their feet, casting Wong Ren and the blood bag to its death with a blood-curdling screech. Dang! So that's what happens when you fail to pass.
이거
That was just for dramatic effect, right? There's gonna be like a side path leading back upstairs, right? Of course not. Can't you smell the stench of festering pain rising like heat from the depths? Ryushu, you've been honing your sense of humor, huh? These are some pretty nasty jokes, though. Where does that hole lead, judging by the time between the drop and the sound of the fall? I presume it goes quite far down. It probably leads to a place with lots of old family secrets. Oh, not treasures, of course, but trying to figure that out might get you a visit from a Heishu, probably. They went all out with the theatrics, huh? Yeah, and could very well be the one screaming and falling down the hole later. The next candidate was summoned before we were even able to shake off the initial shock. Second candidate is from the Shui family. We sat through a few more names and subsequent failures. We can hear what exactly they were talking about beyond the curtains, and unlike the very loud and obvious blood bag, the answers other candidate brought were less obvious, so all we had to go on were the shadows of their spirit attempts to explain things before the judges. Another one. BH, it means boring as hell. The longer we watched the death toll rise, the less shocking they became. Are they planning to fail everyone? 8 candidates! Bao Chai of the Chui family. Oh my, look, we know her. She was technically our competition, but it seemed that she managed to give the sinners quite a positive impression with yesterday's brief encounter. Some of them were even cheering her on. We couldn't see exactly what it was that Shui Bao Chai brought, but she was also holding something as she entered past the curtains. Bao Chai of the Chui family. After a brief meeting with the judges, which, going by the shadows cast on the curtains, appeared to have gone better than what we had expected, she emerged. And as soon as she did, Bao Chai immediately turned in our direction, at Honglu to be exact. Wow, Bao you were watching me. Oh, she has the same flower as he does! Pog! And began excitedly waving her hand. She passes. The podium beneath her remained shut. Passing connection it may have been, yet I ill wish to see a familiar face be climbed by the abyss. Thus, I am glad. 17th candidate, Jia Shishun of the Jia family. I swear to God, if Shishun fails, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. It's Chishun's turn. She slowly ascended the platform, unaccompanied. She held in her hand a tightly sealed gourd bottle. Looks like she found it. She found the water from the river we saw in Don Quixote's memories back then. Impossible. She reached Lethe.
정말 그곳에 도달했을 가능성.
The possibility that she actually reached there in person is infinitely minuscule.
물론 천문학적 확률.
There is an infinite small statistical possibility that she could have reached the river, yet not even Faust can conceive how someone of their capabilities could reach the fountainhead of one of the deepest fathoms. This becomes even more impossible when considering the relatively short passage of time since then and now.
모종의 방법을
A more likely explanation might be that she obtained the waters by collecting dew, or a portion of what she has sipped out. Alas, that river's water serves only to put to slumber one's memories. Pray, doth it truly hold a link to the immortality they seek? Yes, it is likely close connection to the immortality of the mind they pursue.
밀접한 관계가 있을 테죠.
Ah, closely connected. Okay, makes sense.
그 정보를 알고
As there are but an extremely small number of people privy to the knowledge of the river, if the content of the bottle are genuine, first expect her to pass. Chichun of the Jia family passes. Yeah! Chichun is still alive! Poggers! Poggers! We need a chat!
귀한 걸 얻어왔구나. 네 세가로 이걸
You have brought before us a priceless treasure. It must have taken unparalleled effort to obtain this, given the meager size of your clan.
감사합니다.
Thank you, big sister, Yuanchun. As first expected, all 3 judges appeared quite satisfied by what Jia Chichun brought before them. Yay! Yatta! I'm glad. I was drinking and stretching I really like Yuri, but we all know what happened to her. She got appled. Dude, I'm so sad about Yuri getting appled, bruh. N-Corp. Oh, shit.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
N-Corpity. Next, 18th candidate. Bloody hell, so many people are there in this household. Juan of the Gia family. Our first meeting with that man was less than amicable, and I had a strong feeling that another one wasn't going to do anything to improve that. Jia Juan walked up to the platform. I wasn't surprised. Oh, I wasn't surprised either. I just liked her. The drip show. True! Look at that! We all fell silent, hearing a familiar name. Bastard. I could feel that some students were growing tense, some of them even gritting their teeth. And the other man, closely following Ji Huan, holding what looked like the egg of an abnormality, was also a familiar face. I'd seen him many times in Yiseng's memories. Dante, are you seeing what they're wearing? Ego gear. Ego gears. It can be speculated that they have either developed their own method of extraction, or have scavenged them from Lobotomy Corp. Gubo, carries what appears to be an egg of an abnormality. Are they planning to just offer them an abnormality egg? How's that an answer to anything? Well, there is room for interpretation. Some may present a reasonably argued interpretation that the abnormalities are entities that neighbor immortality. The linchpin of their success hinges on which abnormality's egg they end up being. If its big brother Jia, Juan I know, is ever going to risk his life for something he thinks will fail. Juan of the Jia family passes the first evaluation. Contrary to most of our wishes, Jia Juan managed to pass the first round as well. Many more candidates came and went. One of them carried a massive mysterious coffin. That way? One of them brought a thick book, and one of them presented a cage so tiny that we couldn't see what was within. Some of them managed to pass, while some of them were sent screaming into the mysterious abyss. As we waited and watched the candidates come and go, people from N-Corp, their turn complete, approached us. Yet early it is for twilight to arrive. Thus early too is this meeting of ours. As if to prove his own words back at the LCE, that he's come to accept certain things as they are, Yiseng coolly regarded his old friend who was now working for N-Corp. You must find this small and barren respite of yours quite enjoyable. I have not seen you jest as you do now since the leak fell. For what do you now approach me? The rift is too great betwixt us to chatter on with any affection to speak of. Do not mistake my intent, for it wasn't I with desire to approach you. My teammate simply wished to have a look at his brother's face, as I thought I might as well see how you are faring. Looks like everyone's coming back to Danguan Yuan now that the family hierarchy was started, brother. It's the first meeting since then, right? If it isn't the doltish fool who has eyes but know not how to see. I know you well enough. You normally turn purple with aversion upon hearing given a brief mention of the word hierarch. So, why are you here? Who are you and your stinking entourage working for this time? Is it that chewy girl blind by your looks to the revolting rot within? Or is it Chichun, who still defends you and your meaningless, full, profound spiel, deluding you to believe that you're still the same boy from your childhood? Damn. That guy does not like Honglu. Why didn't you save him? No, let me ask you a different question. Why did you save her? And only her, Jiabaoyu? Brother. Oh, there were 3 kids at the beginning. So I guess he saved... I guess the kid that was on the left was like... Is he sibling or something and he didn't save him? He was able to save the Dayu. Humans die. It's what they're born to do. Humans die! It's what they do! He said the thing! He said The next candidate will be judged soon. Candidates must return to their seats. Your servant. You're barely even a living thing. Let us return. This discourse will not bear any fruit. What's this? A reunion party? Oh, sure, solid things. Oh, shameless bastards. It's obvious they're here to nick our things again. Maybe, but something about them feels different today. Whichever is the case, the safer option would be to place higher than them. Another one falls. His family has to be watching this, right? I wonder if they'll be okay. Sinclair mutters, watching another candidate fall down the trapdoor. I can't imagine how anyone would be okay watching their own fall like. Sinclair, the people sitting behind us. They're his parents, the guy who just fell. Raise a failure as our own son? What a pathetic disappointment! Yeah, tell him! Don't worry, I have faith in our third child. I mean, it's not like we expect anything from this one, right? Now I see what it means to dedicate your whole life to becoming the family hierarch. Many people desperately vie for the seat of family hierarch. Of course, some of them, like his parents, hope to have their friend or a close blood relative become the family hierarch instead. So they seek to seize a lifetime's worth of riches, power and recognition by planting someone they can control in the family hierarch's seat, without becoming one themselves. That cat's got a low shelf life. Looks like I finally got to know how my long-lost siblings are doing, thanks to this unforeseen opportunity. 27 candidates. Pound of the true family. Oh, they look cool! Wait! Yeah, they look like the new Ego we're getting and IDs. What are they called? The 100... it's the maggot one. The 1,000 maggots thing. Trip Pan. Have we heard his name before? Ah, he's Bixie's Baojai's older brother. Trip Pan walked up to the platform, holding what appeared to be a large jar with multiple talismans placed over it. Hey, is that just me or does that guy look like he's totally up to something? Let's be honest, who here doesn't? Yeah, but it's different. He's... Instead of ascending to the platform and then to the curtains, he walked up to the podium. Mate, looks to me he's completely lost the plot. Candidate Shuipan, you will ascend to the platform and enter the curtain threshold. Where's the fun in walking down the straightforward road? It's only right that something so precious and entertaining should be shared with everyone, won't you agree? He places the jar on the ground, and from within, a desiccated hand emerges. Pathetic sorcerer's trickery. Reassure muttered with palpable distaste. Why is he... What the heck is that? Corpses, their desiccated flesh covered in a light, sparse layer of old papers, crawled out of the jar and began to shamble. They're neither distortion nor abnormalities. Their behavior reminds me of the blood bags of sub-entity enslaved by abnormalities. Any semblance of consciousness has been stripped from them. They'll attack indiscriminately. Bro unleashes jar into the air. Ew! His cum jar! Ew! Gross! It seems that they are just as intent on maiming and killing whoever they can get their claws on. Executive Manager, we must prepare for battle. Your orders. The jar monster is set upon the audience, stuffing the struggling, still breathing victim into their jars. Why aren't the organizers doing anything? This is still an event hosted by a wing, isn't it? Because there isn't a rule in the family hierarchy war that prohibits bringing harm to other people. So they're just gonna sit back and twiddle a thumb because no one specifically told them to step in? What the hell? What do we do now? Should we step in? We should probably survive and ensure safe participation in the family hierarchy war. What the hell are these? Get away from me! As the monsters began to swarm in, some candidates scattered and ran away, while some stood their ground and fought back, so we did neither were the ones getting slaughtered. I was simultaneously reminded of Saud, and the confident smile she flashed at me as she reassured us that we should be able to pass the first round with little to no trouble. Looks like we have no choice but to take them down. Fight-o! Fight-o! Yes, sir. Ah, this ogres! Look at that! What is that? The talisman jar monster. Rupture. Rupture. Base power +1. Unbreakable coin. Oh boy. Base power +1 for every 20% missing HP on self. Max 4. Coin power +1 for every 6 rupture. Max 2. Inflict 2 rupture. Inflict 2 rupture. Unbreakable coin. Inflict 3 rupture and +3 rupture count. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! What is that? The Leaping Cracked Jar. Randomly inflicts 2 of the following effect next turn. Dies after dealing 10 damage. 3 offense level down, 3 defense level down, paralyze, bind. Okay. Dies after dealing 10 damage? Inflict 3 rupture count. When this unit is staggered, have the rupture potency and rupture count on the target that this unit is hit last. Okay. If this unit hit a target this turn, can attack power up next turn. If this unit kills itself, applies 1 attack power up to allies. Oh boy. Okay.
불길 속으로
Get him! They do look fucking ugly, holy crap. Holy crappity.
앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Ah. Eh? Bonk. Pink. Bonk. Alright, alright, alright. Kentucky's pom 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 pom. Said what Kentucky's pom 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 pom. Make me say, oh my lord.
바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
Ah, sure, good enough. What could possibly go wrong? Ah! How could you?
기회를 잡았네. 휘청이는 저자를 꺾어 넘긴다면
Unlike this one, monster from the gorge and devour jar of loneliness.
가세!
Fort Breakable. What the fuck? Rupture and bleed. Rupture and bleed. +1 for every 10 missing HP on self. Oh my god. A nail jaw monster? This one is the same as the other one. Yeah. It's just this one is different. Alright. Oh, imagine that. Hey, big stagger. I got some poison on me? What is that? It's my boy Pregger. Haha! Alright.
버스에서 회고해야 하지 않겠는가?
That's a bit much. Whatever.
정화.
산초류 경혈 온.
Ooh! Big attack! Oh! There it is! Hell yeah.
기원을 가진 제대로 무너져.
Alright! Oh! Another wave! Another one! How many more enemies do we have to fight? 6? Those are the last 6 ones, okay. We got this.
떨거진 잘라낸다. 다류 산초 경혈 80. 뚫리고.
Damn!
기대라.
Dude, this attack is so cool! Yeah! Another one!
본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 오, 엄청나게 강한 애교.
한참을 떠드시네. 바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
죄인인가?
그저 하염없이 뭐
Yorning Mirkala. I love this Sego, it's so cool.
그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나고 피어나라.
Damn. Yeah!
네 피분수
Yeah! Finish him! Falcon! Punch! Huge! Alright, that was good. Very, very good. Okay. Show me what you got.
오랜 목마름도
Very good.
어머니를 향한
The thumb. Ah!
피를 마시는
The thumbity?
순간이
Let's see it.
불로 정화하고
What's the thumb all about?
세계를 세우라.
Ah, there's more of them. God damn it.
위험을 모르는 건 나쁘지 않습니다만
5 this time. Okay.
무식하게 돌격하실
That's the
거라면
same as before.
참 빠지겠습니다.
Alright. Whatever.
정화. 기대해라.
Boop. Snip. Snippity. Snippity bop boppity boop bop. Spitty boop beepity boop boop. Huh?
괜찮은 공격이네요.
So cute. Very kawaii. Damn, both Sinclair and Fuzz got lost their clash.
버릴 것 같지 않네.
Jeebus.
아하! 한수 접어주신 겐가?
갑니다.
Oh god.
엎드리도록.
Carry me, Don Quixote.
저대로 돌려보낼 생각은 아니시죠? 확실히 처리해야 합니다.
죄인인가?
Oi! Oi! Got him! Yes.
추잡하네. 본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 능력을.
1 HP? Ain't no way. Ooh, another big boy.
바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
Let's go.
꿰뚫려라.
How poison finally returns after 5 cantos. Yeah, true.
앞으로 그런 슬픈 공격은 하지 마십시오. 저도 제 앞에서는
So I was surprised to see poison earlier. I was like, whoa.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
Okay. Very good. Ow. Oh, fuck him up. Yeah. Good. Very good.
프레 선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
알겠어.
Alright, this works.
저들의 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중이라고.
I want to do AoE damage.
그래서 회고해야
I'm crazy like that. What can I say?
고귀하게.
다리 소평의 팔찌.
Alright.
따뜻.
But this one with like 4 heads is crazy. I hate it.
기다리기엔 쉽지 않나 보네.
Farm what she sang, glasses. Just like farm what she sang. What does that mean? Oi! This shit hurts!
자신을 걷는 것을 두려워하지 마시게. 침 바르면 낫는다네.
Why does she do that? That's crazy. Oh, fuck him up! Oh! Another one! Oh! He's down for the count. 4 HP. There it is. Is that the forehand one? Yes, sir. In the game for so long about you saying being robbed from a farm watch ID because he got Spice Bush. Ah, I see. Hi CG9 again. How are you doing since like I think you were saying hi like half an hour ago? What remained inside the hole after the battle was devastating. Many in the audience seat had fled, and the seat that were once brimming with people were only half filled. And the candidate zone down here was littered with bodies of candidates who were mauled to death. Meanwhile, the jar monsters, having eaten their fill, had already crawled back into the jar. I looked around and saw some candidates still holding tightly onto the treasures they had each brought to the contest, even as they drew their last breath. In midst of all the destruction stood the cause of this chaos, watching the slaughter play out with assured confidence. How will you attain freedom from aging? How will you argue freedom from death, with minds so dull and bodies so frail? What say you, judges? I present before you not only the clue to immortality, but also the treasure that brings ruin to those who would dare to deceive you. Here's my answer to the perennial question. So you have brought us the clay of the jar. It can be said that those who failed to survive this do not qualify as family hero candidates, yes? Part of the true family passes. That's a... Damn, that's an interesting way to put it. I killed all of them, so clearly the answer is not those guys. I pass, yes? Yes, you do. Ah, cool. It gets to pass when they almost got everyone in here killed. All that matters is that what he has brought meets their standard. Looks like you managed to get 2 birds with 1 stone, eliminated distracting rabble from the competition. If you ever run into Boston in round 2, you better let me take more than a few swings at him. 28 candidates, Shi Dajen from the Shi family. But no one walked up to the platform. He has failed to appear. He's eliminated by default. Jia Zheng called a few more names thereafter, but 29th candidates, 30th candidate. The number of candidates has clearly been called, but none appeared. Disappointingly, MB. Disappointingly, MB. Ooh. Disappointingly, mind-boggling. Disappointingly, mega boring. Maybe mega boring. Yeah, all the mediocre bunch. Oh! Disappointingly mediocre bunch. Okay. Got wiped out from that attack. And the leftovers are exhausted. Ryoshu looked around as though she was doing some sort of critique. Huh? That log. Oh, shit! That motherfucker. Hell, I'll be. Thought I'd gone and vanished you'd gone vanishing to the earth. What the hell are you doing crawling around out here? Ah, yeah! Of course we're getting something from Ryoshu since she's the next Canto. Hype! Girl, I saw you giving me the evil eye. At least have the decency to say hi, eh? Ryoshu, the guy's talking to you, right? And in a very, very rare display of raw emotion, I realized that she was anxious and furious. Do you know him? What's an absolute unit? Those got to be at least 2 meters tall. Do not look at that man, Dante, and everyone, avert your eyes as well. It is strongly recommended that we do not say a word to him. That's right, you shrimps. You gotta first rack them teensy brains of yours. Gotta think real hard about whether you even come close to my rank before running your mouth, you hear? So, is this the Yakuza?
저 새끼.
The shithead, Lei Heng, is a finger, hot.
엄지는
The thumb is a syndicate with the strictest adherence to rigid hierarchical structure even among the fingers.
그리고 차자는
And his placement in the hierarchy is the highest even among the capos. Oh, capos, probably not then. His rank is immediately beneath the position of Soto Capo, or underboss.
자그마한 실수가
A small mistake could drag us into the battle we do not want to fight. Please order everyone to not say a word, Dante. I don't know what's going on, but I get it. You're saying that we're this close to having another Ricardo hunting us down, right? Yeah, let's avoid that. Do as first ask everyone. Lei Heng began stomping his way through the crowd towards us, casually but forcefully shoving anyone in his way to the sides. His gait was blasé and brutish, but I noticed that his eyes were fixed intently on Ryushu. It seemed that among the crowd were some people in higher position as well. Were people. But even they either averted their eyes or voluntarily got out of his way. He marched confidently through the frozen crowd, as though he was familiar with this kind of reception, until a cry rang out from the crowd. You there, you big brute! How dare you block young Master Nangong Chan He's view? How have you know that you stand before the retinue of the Nangong family? The house of the shall now soon be one of the 4 houses. Instead of a reply, we heard a blast of a gunpowder, then saw the right arm of the man who spoke out catapult into the air. Dude, that's a gun blade! That's a gun claymore! The scream muffled as Lei Heng more forcibly shoved his giant hand down the man's throat. Then, with the sound of wet meat being pulled apart, he ripped the entire length of the man's tongue out through the mouth. Ah, Jesus! You Master Nangong Shanti, ain't ya? You owe me an arm now. My sorry, but you should have kept a tight leash on your boy's joint. The young master of some prestigious house presented his right hand. It was clear that he was utterly terrified. Lei Heng proceeded to grab his hand and break it off his forearm like snapping a twig. Jesus! I want to see on your boy. Seeing a friendly face put me in a good mood. Anywho, I don't reckon you meet the spider's house. I can't imagine why anybody would. Gives me the EBGBs too, whenever I gotta swing by. We got some catching up to do later. I'll teach you how to hold your sword real good, right like back when. Or it might the best out of them all. I thought I taught you how to make every cut real fucking delicious.
류슈 씨, 아직 때가 아닙니다.
Real fucking delicious? Delicious? I hope this is not I hope this is not literally. Dude, if turns out Ryushu used to be like one of the fucking 8 chef or something, that would be fucking crazy. Can you imagine? That would be insane. No way. Ryushu, now is not yet the time. First whispered to Ryushu in a low voice without raising her head. Shut up for a damn second. First trust that you still remember the promise made prior to your employment. You gotta stick out of your behind, kiddo. I ain't here to pick you up. I sure as hell ain't trying to teach you a lesson I'd like back when. I won't pass Ryushu being one. I mean, she does have the chef one, which is literally a callback to Pierre, from the cannibals from Library of Ruina. So, I mean, maybe. Your baby's still at the house, ain't that right? Ryushu was grabbing the— Oh, so she does have a child! Called it! But apparently potentially alive, though. Ryushu was grabbing the hilt of a sword like she was about to unsheath it. The same sword she refused to unsheath for the duration of her entire journey. Am I wrong about that? The sword intonation happened then. I ain't exactly nose deep in them fellows' business. Oh, maybe not. Maybe you do be dead and burnt. You gotta understand. I guess something sure as hell went down, though, didn't it? Ah, knowing the ties, ain't that something? So you're really fixing to unsheath the blade. Miss Ryushu. In a quiet but coldly stern voice, Fuss calls Ryushu's name. Ryushu. Ah, dang it, what the gosh dang. My bad, y'all. I've really gotta take this. It's the underboss calling. Y'all gotta understand. Alright then, I'll meet you later. We can talk about your daddies and shoot some other shit then. See you around, Yoshihide. Yoshihide? Ooh. Pog. Let me see. Because health screen. Yep. Yoshihide is the name of the protagonist of health screen. Puggers. Her real name, yep. I mean, we already kind of know because of where she's from, but still, it's nice to have confirmation. I like how half the students don't choose the names. Yeah, fair. The trained man turns around and stomps his way through the crowd again, his booming voice reverberating across the entire hall as he loudly and boisterously answers the call. He's got to be here for the family hierarch war, right? The outcome of the family hierarch evaluation determines the immediately foreseeable future of H Corp, which brings parties of varying, possibly clashing interests here. Hey, Heathcliff, notice you didn't rush ahead this time. I was worried it was going to be like the time with the middle. I know a thing or two about the son back from the domestic days, and about what happened with the middle. Like I said, I had no bloody idea who things belonged to. Besides the sod, is more powerful and violent than Ricardo, an individual we had encountered in the past. The son commands its own manner of terror and violence, unlike that of the middle. As we were all sharing our impression of Lei Heng, I found Ryoshu frozen in place, in the same position she had been in when Lei Heng walked past her, spacing out. All the way to the pinky, huh? Ryoshu muttered something to herself, as even further chaos was about to overtake the crowd and the candidate. 32nd candidate, Jia Qiu. Jia Zheng called upon the next candidate, and at the mere mention of the name, the chaos that had swallowed the hall immediately settled into a hushed silence. Oh, dang, the big boy! Oh, look at the girl on the back right. Cute. Jia Qiu walked up to the platform, unaccompanied by his own faction, but not alone. Who are those people next to Jia Qiu? I've never met them before. Oh, then that must mean they are big brother Jia Qiu's answers to immortality. Who could it possibly be? Neither of them appear to be particularly skilled in combat. Yeah, they're both constantly looking around like they're nervous. They are... Faust believes that they are survivors of the library. What? Survivors? The only ones who survive the impossible, inevitable odds, and the insurmountable force. They're the only survivors who may be able to explain that very force. Possibly. That's crazy! Candidate Qiu of the Jia family. Jia Qiu didn't spend much time behind the curtains. He walked out soon after, his steely expression exchanged from when he entered it. The testimony rings true. They are both survivors of the place that soared beyond the star of the city before it vanished. It's a shame that we were unable to procure ourselves an invitation then. He passes. Jia Qiu's expression did not budge. Anxiety's gotta be a foreign concept to that guy. That covers all the candidates, it seems. With the first round complete to all 4 families who have graced this hall. Excuse me! Sorry, it's me. It's your boy, Honglu. Yes! I like Jia Qiu's appearance plunged the hall into utter stillness. Honglu's sudden interjection roused the room to a roaring chaos of confusions once again. Baoyu, what? I think you might have missed the candidates. What do you mean? I believe we have covered every candidate present in the list. You missed me! Jia Baoyu of the Jia family will partake in the family hierarch evaluations. Oh, there! It's like, hi! It's me! Declaration of participation. Ooh, let's see it. Lots of calls back in this part. Yeah, for real. Isn't that Jia Baoyu? What's that doing here? What did you just say? I had a feeling this was going to happen, but we really kicked the hornet's nest, huh? Hark, one and all, and gaze upon our glory! In the 11th hour does the final band of heroes arrives! He's saying, and I'm pretending you're not with us, huh? At least gives the audience a wave. Guys, I don't think they're taking the announcement too well. You think? A large portion of the audience is vociferously expressing their collective confusion, wrath, and concern. These emotions are expressed by their jaws that have been opened past a certain degree. As Massault observed, realized that the chaos wasn't restricted to the audiences. The candidates were starting to get agitated too. And there he is, the disgusting, duplicitous bastard who brings annihilation to everyone around him with that silly, innocent smile. Huh? What's going on? I thought Bayou wasn't participating in the Hierarch War. That dumbass! Think. Explain yourself. Now. Miss Sao told me to grab onto your sword like my life depended on it if you said the exact phrase. Blimey, can't we just... She mentioned you too, Heathcliff. She told me that if you ever say anything like, can't we just give him a good beating and be done with it? What a throwback. Decorum. I demand decorum. I hope you don't mean to risk having your body marred. Withdraw your name. It isn't too late now. I'm heading in, Father. 33rd candidate, Baoyu of the Jia family. Come forth. Ready, Dante? I don't know. And what about you, Ryoshu? So she's gonna be the one to cut his head. I'm itching to get chopping. I knew it. Need to vent a shitty feeling. You sure they're going to be okay, Faust? This is something that must be done regardless of the soundness of its participants. Faust spoke sternly. I still quite detest this plan. Let's be honest for a sec. Are any of us actually happy to go through with this? Okay, I guess this is the one. Is anyone happy with this? Meanwhile, you're shooting like, yeah. Finally some cutting. Honglu, Ryoshi and I walked up past the I can't speak. And I walked up to the platform. Up close it was much larger, grander, and more imposing than I thought it would be. Enter the fabric threshold. Once we walked past the curtain as instructed, we saw Jia Yuanchun, Jia Mu, and Jia Zheng waiting for us inside. I know not what in your life beyond the hedges could have brought this change of heart. But to see you aspire to the seat of the hierarch is indeed a sight most curious. It's been a while, big sister. Has the life in Kyokor been treating you well? I have seen and learned much. As you must have, Baoyu. Now I see your true reason for returning home today. I'm sorry, grandmother. I thought better to let this be common knowledge. So you did. Now that you have revealed your intent, withdrawal is no longer an option. Very well. Now present the answer that you have brought here today. I'm sure you've already sat through many people standing in the same place as I am now, explaining to you what it was that it brought. So I suppose you would much prefer that I give you a straightforward visual demonstration that make you sit through another 1,000-word lecture. Honlu gave Ryoshu a nod. Yes, I'm okay. Our answer that we may be able to demonstrate before them is resurrection via Dante's power, to show them that to us, death is but a temporary setback. And the most dramatic demonstration of that ability would be too. Yep, I knew from the beginning, damn. Oh, cut in half! Had to make sure that the brain was cut in half so they could prove that this was actually immortality. That is not the same as the other branches. Yo, that's nasty. Hey, Ichika! Nice to meet you. Greetings from Japan. Ohayo! Dang. Indeed, you have certainly demonstrated something. Like, oh hell no. You were truly the least dreary part of today, Baoyu. I see. So the most effective way to do it would be for me to get killed in front of them. Without any room for ambiguity at that. Yeah! Yes. Then, does that mean that one of us has to make sure that Honglu no longer leaves? Oi, to beat around the bush. Remember what we did to each other when we first met? Then Heathcliff is the implication that you are still willing to murder Honglu without hesitation. Hey! Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Murder, mate. You'll have to put it like... Verily, I do not wish to hurt my good companions more than I already have. It may be a stretch to say that it is fortunate, however. We seem to have an individual among us who may be able to carry out the task in the most painless, swift, and unburdened manner. And everyone immediately turned to look at. Oh. She's like, oh, hell yeah, murder time, baby. She's so cool. So how would you like to be cut? Where's that fucker lay hang? Who's he working with? It seemed that slicing Honglu in half did nothing to distract Ryoshu from her own thoughts. Jiamu watched us in silence, motionless in her seat. You have split his brain in half. You have irreversibly ended this child's life. Not even life insurance shall be able to bring him back now. But you... Well then, what will you do now? You have no means to restore this jade of the family. For your transgressions, you will... Clock, spin it. And so it turned in one of the most high-intensity situations I'd ever turned it. The muscle fibers, the nerves, the flesh that was split all begin to reconnect like a rewinding videotape. Videotape? Man, the young people here would not know what this is. Huh? Wait, why doesn't this hurt at all? Because he didn't suffer when he died, so you don't suffer either. Damn, what a clean cut from our girl Ryoshu. Ryoshu's skill with the sword was no joke. I didn't even feel the slightest bit of discomfort. I let Honglu even realize that he was dying. Baoyu, I truly realized that it's been a while since we've met. He has grown quite bold. Huh? I smell beasts. Dark shadows had appeared outside the curtains, surrounding us before I even realized what was happening. Bull, rooster, dragon, monkey. The Heishu are here. The task was to find the answer to freedom from aging and death. Not to break a taboo and precipitate the destruction of our home. It has not been long since the family that once led Edge Corp was brought to ruin. No arbiter, no claw shall ravage the family of Hong Yuan again. Jia Yuanshun appeared ready to command the Heishu to kill us all, but... Jiamu silenced her with a wave of her hand. You will wait. Venerable Jiamu, once the resurrection is complete, the head will... We must end this before they... Hold for one moment. To be rash in judgment is to judge incompletely. I wish not to lose either, a treasure and a clue to immortality. And Honglu was whole again. Ah, thank you, Ryoshu. It really didn't hurt at all. And you too, Dante. NP. Dude, Ryoshu is so funny. I was like, ah yeah, big smile, baby, let's go. Grandmother, big sister Yuanchun, did you see that? This is the immortality I found. Are we safe? If aught be owed, a swift vengeance shall arrive in time. It is simply yet to return. Jiamu's quiet utterance seemed to dissipate the forces that had surrounded us outside the curtains. Jia Baoyu, in the first round of the family hierarchy evaluations, you pass. Baoyu of the Jia family passes. What trickery is this? I thought he was off some sightseeing tour away from Hong Kong like jobless rich kid. Why did he even manage to find his own answer? This ends the first round. Those who pass must prepare for the second round, set to commence tomorrow. Remember, the candidates are barred from harming one another between now and the commencement of the second round of the evaluation. This is your one and only rule. Just remember it well. Anyone who dare break it shall immediately be disqualified. Damn. That is all. Okay, so we can chill. No more murder. Unless it's murder by association and with hiding the fact that you ordered the murder. As soon as Jia Zheng's announced the end of the first round, everyone in the audience seats began rushing toward the first floor. Getting mixed up with that crowd's probably not a great idea. Let's get out of here. Indeed, let us immediately return to Hongdu's room. And we decided to sleep out of here before the curious crowd swept us away. However, as we turned around to leave, stood Jia Xiu in our path. Oh, big brother Qiu, congratulations on passing the first round. I hear that you have passed as well, young master. Congratulations are in order, it seems. How is it that you, young master, who has not shown an inkling of ambition toward the seat of the hierarch, suddenly emerged as one of its candidates, positively stealing the show? Well, you know, sometimes people get swept up by random surges of ambition. Wasn't that surge of ambition your company's and not young Master Baoyu's? Well, if our last meeting didn't confirm it, it sure seems like they know as well. Indeed. Have we not impressed upon you enough that you were to nicely remain within the borders? Instead, he sparked such disorder at the fringes of his perimeter. I had thought that his only role in this design would be to be played as a pawn by Jia Shishun. No more. My lord, perhaps you have overestimated this young master.
아직도 너는
You still do believe that inaction is a path without consequences.
벗어나지 않을 거라 믿는 것이냐?
전에 인사도 제대로 못 드렸네요.
I didn't even get to say hello to you earlier, Brother Chu.
가시 가문을
Bayu of the
보고
Jia family formally extend his greetings to you.
성인이 된
I realize that this is the first time we're meeting face to face since I reached adulthood.
처음이네요. 그나저나 이완
Speaking of which,
형님과
did you manage to
비슷해
stitch
보이는
brother Yi Hua and Mr. Qingtao's head back onto their bodies? Heathcliff was the first to let the flabbergasted gasp before the other seniors followed suit.
홍원의 형제자매끼리
I guess it's just how siblings of Hongyeon greet each other, huh?
보차씨가
Seems like Miss Bao Chai was just a particularly nice exception.
탓할 이유가
You ask a question that deserves no answer.
일말의 준비.
You have arrived here, unprepared, yet ready to cast yourself into the flames all for the mere reason that your turn had come.
여전히 같은 생각이라
If your mind hasn't changed, it would have been wise to remain unseen and unnoticed as you were.
조용히 있는 것이 옳았을
네, 걱정해 주셔서 감사해요.
Yes, thank you for your concern. This facade of wisdom and pensiveness worn upon your speech is truly intractable.
제가 그랬나요?
Did I do that? Do I do that? Noticing Jia Chu's hand tighten around his weapon, Ishmael quickly jumped in.
아,
Oh, in case you forgot, there is a rule preventing candidates who pass the first round from killing each other.
저만 기억.
Hopefully I'm not the only one who remembers that.
계속 위협적으로 나오신다면 저희도 다음 수단을 쓸
If you're going to continue to bully us, don't be surprised if there are consequences.
오티스 씨
Altis, you finished your preparations, right?
준비는 끝내고
Reinforcements are standing by at the front gates. Reinforcements? Ayo? Ayo? Huh? What reinforcement? Which is why I'm warning you to taking any rash action prior to the start of the second round could result in a pointless skirmish for both of us. Oh, okay. A loud burst from an illusory army in an empty fortress, though I believe that sheer might is hardly the quality one should flaunt.
여기서 너희와 겨룰
I am not intent on finding you here. Jia Baoyu, you will beget great suffering by endeavoring to embrace beyond your abilities. Yet, if he still wishes to challenge and be broken, then perhaps the outcome is simply meant to be. And with that, they turned around and left us. It seemed that they were here only to give us a warning. What a relief! I thought we'd have to fight Jia Chu and his Heisho pack.
그 눈치챈 것 같긴
They did see right through us in the end. But hey, nice teamwork, Altis. What unbelievable impudence. Did you notice how they did not even glance at the rest of us through that entire exchange? Chui Baochai peeked out from a pillar before walking up to Honglu. You passed the first round. I'm so happy about you. Seriously, what's going on here? I didn't imagine even in my wildest dreams that you'd be participating in the family Hierarch War. Ah, look you, look at her.
보차 누나도
Congrats to you too, big sister Baochai, for passing the first round. Gathering from the fact that you hid it even from me, you really didn't want anyone to know, right?
맞아.
Yeah, I imagine that must have kicked up quite a ruckus with everyone. Now I'm starting to feel kind of bad about this. Somehow we ended up lying to everyone.
뭐 어때요?
Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. Own it instead. Well, if it's all the same to you, then I want to say that I'm so happy that you decided to take part. I was worried that you might have already left Dagwan Yuan so far away from me again by the time I was finished with the family Hierarch War. That would have been too bad. So I'm glad that we'll get to spend more time together, even as contestants. Don't forget to say hello and give me a wave if we ever run into each other, okay? Shui Baochai left us to rejoin her affection, waving sweetly as she did so. Damn! Then that cut was crazy. Jia Chishun, 814. Okay, let's go. Nah, fuck it. I haven't done my dailies, actually. Assemble one encephaline module. Boop. Boop. Now I have to do the excavation. I mean, we have time, right? We still have like an hour. Yeah, we still have an hour. All right, let's get back to the chapter. We should be done before an hour is gone. Jachishin. Let's go, let's go.
돌아오셨습니까?
You have returned, young master. Yeah, good evening, Shiran. Shiran bowed wordlessly in the same detached coldness we sensed earlier. She did not seem at all excited about her master's success today, nor did she appear to be concerned about him. A letter has arrived for you, young Master Baoyu. You didn't even try to hide the fact that the envelope was tampered with, did you? My responsibility was to deliver the letter.
온전한 형태로 지켜야 한다는 건 제 소임이 아닙니다.
She's Sissy? What does that mean? Kiki? Kaka? Sissy? To protect its integrity was not one of my obligations. Honglu, are you sure she's your maidservant? It's okay, she's not wrong. Shiran, can I ask you something? Jialing promised to play a rock testing game with me, but I can't find him anywhere. That's, let's see. How many numbers have you learned so far, young master? Shiran and I learned up to 10. Then he'll be back after 100 nights sleep. Sleep 10 nights, 10 times, then that's 100 nights. Wow, that's so cool, Shiran. You're so smart. It's nothing. It's something we all learned growing up. Shiran, I slept 10 times and nights, but I still don't know where Jialing's gone. They say that young master Jialing was to return. You said he'll be back after 100 nights. Oh, 100 nights is hardly enough, young master. It will take at least 1,000 nights, given what they did to him. I see. You're smart as always, Shiran. Young master, it's been years, but young master Jialing's body is still decaying. He has lost control of over half of his body. Even after he was fed the boluses that sent him. I was told to relay that your boluses were useless, young master. The decay reached his brain, and I overheard the other servant gossip that it is impossible to recover from such a wound. The body is functionally dead. Death would be preferable, in fact. So give up your naive hope and forget about him. You're always so smart, Shiran. I will now read the letter, Executive Manager. Huh? Right, yeah. As I stood there pondering, Altis walked up to the front with the letter in hand. This is from Manager Soud. Hello everyone, heard you managed to pass the first round. I wrote this letter before I heard the news, actually. You wouldn't even be reading this letter if you hadn't passed. The heck? Rodion is already paced. But let's save the celebration for later. The real game starts in round 2. The other candidates must have been making alliances, strategies, sharing information about the next round. Meanwhile, you guys stumble around, aimless and alone, before returning to your lodging, and here you are now, reading my letter. Is she watching us from somewhere? But not to worry, for your team specifically, round 2 doesn't require much strategizing. Because it will be messy and continuous battle after battle. So battle on as you always do. Huh? It's what you do best, right? Hold on. I would like to go into more details in this letter, but I'm sure this letter will be, as has been, most likely intercepted by someone from other candidate clans or coalitions. So in order for you to obtain your objectives, you have to rely on what you have learned and gained so far, your intuition and fearlessness. Like I said earlier, we have but one purpose. Contextual clues suggest that the one purpose is implied to be come in second place and obtain the golden bow. Well, that wraps everything up, then, oh, one last thing. Shameless curse where we state the eyes upon the content of this letter without authorization shall be struck down with the curse of misfortune that lasts generation upon generations. Ne'er shall they ever be successful in any endeavor gross of nature. The bottom part of the letter has been torn off, huh? Poor Shiran, she's been cursed now. What a way to end the letter. So, does anybody know what to expect in round 2? That letter really didn't help us with anything at all. It would be better to learn the exact rules on site and hear from the organizers themselves. It is likely that there are forces who already have their eyes on here on us. Executive Manager, there is someone by the door. Chichu, my girl! Right on cue, eh? I don't think that's what this is. Damn it, you! Grab your weapon, prepare for battle. My queen! Look at her! Oh, little Chichu, she's so cute! Give her a pat pat. Despite her rush, the person by the door was none other than Jachishin. She wore an expression that we had grown quite familiar with by now, an interesting combination of annoyance and disappointment. Why do I ever expect anything better from you anymore? So you're just opening your front door to anyone without even checking who knocked? Just like that? Oh, I thought you were done talking with... Yeah, we can be pretty hitless from time to time. But I don't think anyone who's intending to kill us would have the decency to stand in this state in front of my door wondering if she should knock or not. Earlier, in run 1, you had yourself killed in front of Jiamu and Big Sister Yuanchun, didn't you? And revived yourself in front of them too, I presume. Right. Why even go that far, huh? What's got into you, brother? Family hierarch? Really? Why now? Why all of a sudden? I can tell, just from the look on your face, that you couldn't care less about becoming something like the family hierarch. Is that really it? That they told you to do it? Teacher, imagine, just for the sake of it, what if our actual goal isn't to come in first place? Do you seriously expect me to believe that? Right, totally. Heck, I wouldn't buy that either. Anyways, I'm not here to ally or parley with you. I am never, ever doing anything like that with you again, brother. It will be nighttime soon, you know. And your room's always been so dark because you barely let so much of the ray of moonlight in. Seems like she's warning us that we'll be visited by some uninvited guests soon. Yeah, no way they're letting you, a sudden unforeseen variable, spend the night in peace. But didn't they warn us earlier that round 2 candidates are prohibited from hurting each other? I see. The only thing that matters is the exact wording of the law, not the spirit of it. Yep. Right. They won't intervene as long as the candidate's not trying to kill a fellow candidate, literally, with their own hands. So don't trust anyone, even your maidservants. Thanks for coming here in person, Chichun. Tomorrow we'll really be enemies. I know it's too late to change anything, but tomorrow... Chichun stumbled over her words, trailed off, then turned around and left as though she swallowed what she wanted to say. When she expressed a wish to visit you herself, made 3 attempts to talk her out of it. It was highly impertinent of someone of my station to advise against her 3 times, yes, but I implore you all to know that her choice to come here was not an easy one. I know this question can sound a bit nosy, but are things okay over there? We'll face the trial to the best of our abilities. I wish with all my heart that the path will not cross tomorrow. And I share a sentiment. I wish not to ever bring harm to them, nor they to us in turn. Well, when's anything ever gone as we wished, eh? But Heathcliff sounded just as uneasy. Indeed. Intruder! Let's go. Total participant 12 out of 12. Oh, Honglu has to be in the main team. Okay. I don't know. It's very pretty as the full stop office rep, to be fair. Maybe I'll just put Ting Tang gang leader, because it looks good. Recommended level 52. Oh shit, I need to level up my characters. Hey, V Virgil, what's up? O moon, once it waxes, it wanes. O water, once it fills, it overflows. For all lights must go out, the night sees still. It's time. Sharpen your senses. Hey, what are some known infiltration routes in this building that our enemies could use? Hey, Rentao, what's up? Canto 8 has been great. Just got done? Anywhere, really, as long as the assassin's willing to put their mind to it. There was this one time when one of them suddenly appeared from under my bed. That sounds kinda terrifying. Reishu was leisurely puffing a cigarette at the sinners were looking around in full alert. Suddenly he pointed up. Up. Ceiling, someone just landed above us. Ah, so if they're hiding at the ceiling, there must be more waiting for us just out the door. Honlu spoke casually as though he was expecting to have them join us for tea or something. Impressive. You're pretty sharp. How many chapters are available right now in the Canto? The sinners all whipped around and swung their weapons toward the voice, but... The assassin dodged back with ease and began chugging from a gourd in his hand. Wait, it smells like... That's salt drinking on the job! Give me a break. I'm an old guy on a night shift. I say I deserve a drink. 19? Okay. I'll target young Master Jia about you. Let's kill him quick and call it a night. With that, the enemy began flooding into the room. Naruhodo! Naruhodo! Is it close to the end? Yeah, I think so. The fur chief pulled out Podai? Podai salient. Okay. What is this monkey? Bleed, 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 bleed. Plus 10% damage for the turn. When hit during the combat phase on Clash Win, plus 20% damage. Prioritize Honglu as a target. At 70% HP or less, a turn aimed at unit failed to hit Honglu with a skill, gain 1 attack power down next turn. Okay. You got the new IDs? Hell yeah! I'll personally just be I'll wait for them to be in the dispenser. I'm keeping my pool full, Walpurgis. Valpurgis? You feel so weird? Oh, how come? You're waiting for Arc Knight? Yeah, that too.
어버이의 그 유치한 말투도 도움이 될 때가 있네요. 화가 나서 제대로 된 판단이 안 서는 모양입니다. 떨거지는 잘라낸다.
The poise damage you do is crazy. Oh, hell yeah. I feel like they're better poise unit than Rupture. Fair enough.
실밥이 터졌나? 이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이런 거 얼마나
Oh, get him! Impale time, baby. Huge. Ah, yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
선생님 봤어요? 너무 쉽군요.
다들 기운이 넘치는군. 역시 본인이 직접 선별한 용기를 북돋는 영웅당 탑 5가
운이
도움이 됩니다.
따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Get him! Ooh, big mutilate, baby. Oh! Gregor been really useful since his single coin skill 3 benefit from single coin buff ego gift. I see. That sounds awesome.
지긋지긋한 전투가 드디어 하나 끝났네요. 승리로 이끌겠다.
Bum 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 bum. I should have changed this to the counter. Oh well, it is what it is. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Huge!
괜찮은 공격이네요.
So trying to get used to her unfocused volley effect. Fair enough.
40.
Shink! Oh, get him, boys! Oh! Okay. Damn! Big knife attack. But wait, there's more!
이따가 버스에서 회고해야지 않겠는가?
Yata, 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 yata. Lot of purple. Lot of green. I can't speak. Speaking is hard. Don't judge me. We'll do that instead.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Lucky Limbus doesn't have to inscrutiny tag built into a kit like our Honglu. Yeah. That's good.
끝을 낼 시간이다.
Damn! That's a lot of damage. Oh, Yenning! Big urn! Huge urn even.
그렇게 황홀히 피어나고
Baba.
피어나라.
Oh! Another one. Yay! Only heads. Loving the new banner? Hell yeah. Ow! Rude. How dare.
여관에 가면 또
Let's see here. Boop. Beep. Bop.
다리에게 해줄 이야기가 또
Boop,
늘었군요.
beep, bap, boop, beep, bap, boop, bop. Sure, whatever. Gotta love Gia. I really like Gia Shishun. Is that who you mean? Because, like, people say Gia, but it's like 10 characters called Gia. Gia is just a family name. Got it! That was 15, so there's 4 more. Alright, let's do it. Well, 3 more. Well, no. Yes, 3 more. 16, 17, 18, 4 more. Counting 16. I mean, Honglu little sister. I mean, they all call each other sister and brothers. If you mean Shishun is the small one that is in Canto 7, yes. It's the one that is mad because you betrayed her. I really like her as well. After Canto 8, there will only be 1 Gia left. You think so? I'm not sure, man. You think everybody's gonna die except him? Rip. I hope not. I think a lot of the Gia are fun. Probably not. Alright, nighttime bush. Let's keep this up. Rising up, back in the street. Do my tongue, get my chances. Bam, 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 bam. So very tired, it happens too fast. You trade your glory for so many unbreakable coins, bro. So much Bolito, so many unbreakable coin. Okay. Boop. Bap, boop, beep. Bap, boop, beep. Bap, boop, beep. Bap. Thank for the hydrate, Mr. Tremonas. I have a little bit of orange in left. I'll drink this. I'll finish it.
어버이의 그 유치한 말투도 도움이 될 때가 있네요.
Let's see.
화가 나서 제대로 된 판단이 안 서는 모양이구나.
You're worried? Me too. Don't get attached, boys and girls. Don't get attached. I would want to use the green one. If Yushin dies, I want to refund the premium BP. Sounds like a you issue. I mean, even if she dies, she probably will get an answer, so she'll be here in our hearts. Did they just fucking one-shot my... Bro, I got destroyed. Chat, am I cooked? Chat, am I cooked? Chat, am I cooked? Alright, you know what we're gonna do? Real quick.
제가 밖에서 사고 치지 말라고.
Let's do that. We're cooked in Canto 7. Ricardo and Nelly are one, but both of them are alive. Being an answer don't mean... I never said that. I just said that even if she does die, at least we'll get her as an answer, probably. I was just saying that even if she's gone, she'll still be here in our hearts. You just presumed I said that, which I never did. Don't put words in my mouth. Put candy in my mouth. I like candy. Mmm, sugar. Candy! Candy! I would give Dawn a Shishun ID. Me too. That'd be awesome. Her outfit is so cute too.
방금 전에 위대한 일격을 기록하는
I don't know why I care. Let's win rate this shit.
잘라낸다.
I can shoot. Come here, petite.
이제야 실력을 좀
Ah, there it is. There is the cats.
얼마나 좋습니까?
또한 용서할 테니.
Bum 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 bam bum 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 bum. Rum bum bum bam bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Yo. Wala mo choice. Malalayo kaya. Get on with it.
실밥이 터졌나? 바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
갑니다. 그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나고 피어나라. 이번 모험은
내 피부에서
영원히 잠들.
아닙니다.
피를
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Bum 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 bum. Yeah, yeah. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da.
어버이를 향해
It's good times, man. It's good times. Ah, what about this one? Bloom. The brazen bull. The bully tea.
잘 됐네.
Petite came for the pat pat, and I give the petite the pat pat because she deserves them.
동료들이여, 자세를
Oh my god.
저들을 맞이하세.
We be struggling, boys.
가로막는 저 시련을 해치우고 끝나지 않는 모험을 향하여.
Why am I struggling so bad here? Do 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 blah 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 ba 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 blah 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 bidoo 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 blah 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 bidoo 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 blah 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 blah. That's a Pokemon song.
어쩐 일로 진짜 도움이 되는 걸 걸치고 이대로 몰아넣을
Let's see. Ah, that's better. Yeah, I can auto win this. Kitty's mind going places. The zoomies are attacking slowly. Oh my god, run! Not the zoomies! Get him. Huge! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Kate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. it. Where are you going? Where are you going?
으이? 그건 저들이 거리낄 것 같지 않네.
This works. Mario. Oh yeah. No, that's Luigi. Mario. Oh, you meant Mario. 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 Mario, where are you? Oh yeah. Insane. If you're more hurt, he says it's even more scared. Really? Alright. Will this work? Alright, let me see. That pose because too slow. It's gonna have to be here, huh? It's fine, whatever.
저들도 내가 물을 싫어하든 극도로
Oh my god.
입 밖으로 꺼내는 것도 존나 스럽네.
Stop being so annoying, Mr. Bull. Neutral. Good enough. Alright, sure. I just want to make sure I finish my dailies before the reset happens, since it might take longer to do the 4 more chapters, 4 more nodes.
웃는 것을 두려워하지 마시게.
Fuck him up! Fuck him up!
부위 한쪽이 떨어져 나갔군. 본내 모험에서도 갈라지도록.
걱정은 하지 않겠습니다. 어차피 이미 이길 거라고 확신하고 있으실 테니까.
Big stagger! Big stagger!
엎드리도록.
Alright.
오랜 목마름 중 거거리를 향한 죄책감도
Sorry, I bonked my microphone with my small booba.
않을 것.
It did no noise because it's too small. Alright, this was my manager, there she is. Let's level you up. Look at all them tickets I got. Dude, didn't fucking know. Oh my god. Alright, Ta-da! There we go. Git level 55, baby. Now we gotta do that with the princessa. The princessin. De la Vertelung. Yatta! Next is gonna be La Barba. La Barbarossa. Boop. Poggers. That's absolutely poggers. Le Priest. Prisity. Boop. Perfecto. Oh my god, es increíble. The one with grapes, sure. Boop, beep, bop. Do 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 do. Bam 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 bam. Ba da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ram pam pam ba da ba da ba da bam 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 ba da ba ba da bam 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 bam. That should be enough, surely. Alright, let me just grab those real quick. Yatta! By the Limbus capacity. Claim. Huge level, insane, absolutely fantastical. How much is that again? Dude. Oh! Oh, it's her! It's a little baby! Oh my god! Look at her! Wow! Special banner, so cute! Maybe I'll get it. Look, it's so cute, this little baby. Ain't no way she's gonna die. She's never gonna die. She's gonna be forever alive. Fighto! I don't know, man. Kurokumo clan. I like this one. You. How did... Wait. Did I misclick? There it is. There it is. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go!
호스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다. 자, 동료들이여, 자세를 갖추고 저들을 맞이하세.
Man, the struggle is real here. Holy crap.
시련을 해치우고 끝나지 않는 모험을 향하여.
Stop being assholes! You hurt my feelings! All two of them! Feeling of despair and the feeling of dread. Yep! Jesus! Are you losing all your fucking... Oh my god, there's no way! I can't lose all my clashes! Bruh! They keep one-shotting me! What the frick? Look at that, like, my poor girl here got absolutely fucking destroyed, man. It's fine. I believe. I believe in the power of love. Love. Ba-dum, 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 love. Ba-dum, 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 love. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, get him! Big counter. Yeah! Huge! The absolute forsooth. The forsooth of this man. I'm taking this risk. Yeah, let's do it, baby. Fuck him up. Oh! It's bonking time! Bonk. Yeah! Look at my man. Full HP, doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a single frick. Ah, absolute cinema. Bullying that staggered man. Get him! Someone's going down. Snip. Bye! Wow. But wait, there's more. Dominating. Ooh, bit of a struggle here. That's okay. Big struggle here. We'll go with the defense, I don't care. That should work, I think. Unless... I could do that. Boop, boop, boop. For an absolute resonance. Yeah! ¿Por qué no? Uh-oh. Oh, massive enhance S3 on a 19%, 19 HP enemy. Absolutely fucking worth it. Holy shit. Never have I seen so much damage for so little HP being done. The gloves are absolutely off.
엎드리도록.
기운이 넘치는군.
Alright, let's see. She got staggered. It is what it is. Oh, we know we're gonna do that.
도움이 되었는가?
Unopposed. Ulti. Boop. Let's absolute resonance with this shit. We're gonna use that. A little bit of a struggle, but it is what it is. There we go. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. That's what. Yanning, big yarn. Huge yarn. Only crits. No crits. Only heads.
그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나라.
Ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum. Poo-doo-doo-dum, bum, poo. Ah, I can't believe there was a tail in that lot. That's much my head. Alright, that's 2 down. That's 3 down. That's 4 down. Is that the last motherfucker? Execution ruptured. Hell no. Ah, umbrella time. It's spiky umbrella time even. No, there's still 2 enemies actually. But she's staggering both because she's such a queen. Oh my god, look at her.
재밌네요. 재밌네요.
5 HP, ain't no way. But wait, there's more. Arrgh.
이따가 버스에서 회고해야지 않겠는가?
Stop struggling. Stop it. Bum 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 bum. Uh-oh. Bop bop. Bop bop. Huge. Alright, lovely. Get him, get him, get him. Yeah. Ta! Spiky umbrella. I love the spiky umbrella. I really love the hard blood feature, like the way like the weapon and like changes as they get more of it. It's so cool. Easy clip. Easy clap, easy clap, easy clap, 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 easy clap, easy clap, easy clap. Yeah, yeah.
오랜 목마름도
Lovely. Night ambush. There's another one. That's 3 fights in a row, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Come on, bruh. That's crazy, bruh. Let's do it, bruh. Insufficient enkephaline. Oh boy. We got this, we got this, we got this. Wait. I almost forgot. Yeah, let's change things up. Let's make him a full stop office rep. ¿Por qué no?
어머.
Wow, we halfway there. Wow. Still working on it. It seems that we're continually underestimated by our foes. He Hua made the same mistake. You didn't seriously think that we would be defeated by such a pathetic force, did you? Oh wow, pipe down, you give me an early hangover, damn! And don't you compare us to the little troublemaker of the Shi family, will you? Be careful, Autis. His combat capabilities are leagues beyond those of his companions. So that's why he's so sure of himself, I see. Identify your name and allegiance. Really? You think I just tell you all that if you ask nicely, working in this line of business? I have no name nor allegiance to give you, friend. Ah, though I have no name to give, I have a title that was took the liberty of giving me. You tend to pick up 1 or 2 of those after surviving for so long. He who emerges with a liquor bottle only to fade into the nightly shadow, the world that's deigned to call him the night drifter of the drunken palm. Okay. A large put-out assailant. Bleed, 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 bleed. Bleed, 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 bleed. What about him? Targets 5 bleed, base power +1, gain 1 swig. Max stack 5, turn in at 3 stack, heal 3% HP, core part. Turn at 5 stack and 3 attack power up and 2 fragile next turn. Ooh, naruhodo. +1 for every 5 bleed on target, max 2. Gain swig. Gain 5 shield for every swig. Blah blah blah. On self, max 25. Gain swig equal to number of enemies targeting this unit, max 5. Ooh. 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 Oh. A 50% HP recover from stagger and end this turn. Fix this unit speed to 10 next turn. Oh boy. This unit panic time does not change. Prioritize on Lu when hitting during combat phase for the turn. To the combat phase on Clash Lose, take plus 15% damage from the skill. Oh boy, well, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, let's figure this shit out. Neutrales. I believe in the power of the neutral. Le neutral power. Dominating. Who's doing this one? Kurakumo. The Kurakumo gal is gonna deal with this attack. Here, there's not much I can do about this one. Yes, I can. What about you? That's a struggle. What if I just make you dodge? Sure. So that means this one is free. Unopposed. Oh, you only have 5 speed, you absolute fucking goon. Alright, fine. I think one of the attackers is just gonna have to go through, honestly. I don't want to think about it too much, let's go. Heads! 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 That was not heads. Of course, more unbreakable coins. Because why not? Stop it, sir! Oh, get him! Bang, bang! Shing, shing, shing! Bang, 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 bang! Shing, shing, bang, bang! Oh! Yeah, do it. Full stop, Chan! Oof, rude. Zarudo! Very rudo. Ah, come on. Come on, how could you lose this one? Oh boy. At least it's slower than before, so that's good. Five, 4. Okay. This is a counter. Alright, let's defend this one. So much I can do about this one. I guess we'll have to do this. We can ignore that, I suppose. I got you da. Neutral at best. What about this? I could have said, I guess. You know what? I will. Well, it's soap. Yeah, I'm not guaranteeing. I don't know, man. Are you really gonna lose this clash? Come on. Oh my god, he lost his clash. What a piece of shite. At least Fosma girl is here for this. Thank God she's here for me. Holy crap. Truly a sinner of all time. No! The last... Jesus Christ! Back! Oh? Oh my god. Oh my god.
승리로 이끌.
침 바르면 낫는다네.
이건 좀 아니네.
We're too slow for this. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we're cocked, chat.
다류 산토 평열 80. 갈라지도록.
God damn, dude. Yat damn. Oh my god! Not like this! Oh no. Ah! Oh my. Yeah, that's crazy.
저들의 저항이 생각보다 거셌네. 하지만 마음이 꺾이지 않으면 이 위기도 극복할 수 있을 것일세. 해보지 않으면 모르는 것 아닌가.
Okay, let's see. Hopeless? Oof. That can work. Alright, let's do that here. It's fine. Man, this shit sucks. That guy hits like a truck, dude.
엎드리도록. 무기를 만드는 것만큼 내가
이
어머니보다
기운이 넘치는군. 역시 본인이 직접 선별한 용기를 북돋는 영웅당 탑 5가 도움이 되었는가?
There's an all one-sided guard, sadly. Okay, well, it is what it is. Hmm. I believe in you.
산초류 경열 5. 라샹.
Big attack, big attack. Heads, more heads.
끝을 낼 시간.
Alright, could have been worse. Oh my god.
감내해야 할 고통.
The damage is fucking nasty, man. Holy shit.
실밥이 터졌나? 어버이시여, 당신을 위로한 양반에서
I want to try to see what happens if I push him to minus 50% HP. Because there's something new that happens. I want to see what that might be.
자, 아직 끝을 모르는 법이네.
Teddy bear! I believe. Never mind. Oh my god. Oh! It's your girl! Nice. She actually staggered him. That's insane.
보세요. 누군가에게 저주받는 기분이 어떤 것인지.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Okay, that's a new thing. HP doesn't drop below 1 before the skill ends. Gain 10 offense, 5 attack, 10 damage up. Oh boy. Please don't hurt me. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, that.
가면은 시은처럼
I see.
떼어내주지.
Oh, we actually killed one of them. Thank God. That's one thing done.
얼마나 좋습니까?
Ayo?
40
Oh! Yo, that attack is cool, dude.
먹지.
원더풀한 선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
Alright.
이 혈투.
Well, he's back to the old shenanigans. We'll do that here. Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. We'll try anyway. Might as well. Struggling, favored. Neutral? Really? Damn. Start getting my girl over there. I deal with this here. Yeah, I don't know, man.
뜀박질 춤.
This guy's being a fucking massive pain, bruh. Oh my god. 1 HP, insane. Oh, get him!
아류탄
Actually won the clash.
찢겨라.
I barely believed. Fuck me. That's not good. Yeah, that's right. Oh boy.
40
Well, that's something at least.
어디 잘 옮겨둘 테니까 빨리 재생하고 돌아오십시오.
Alright, let's do Yearning Merkala.
순 없지 않습니까?
They just play it safe and target the... Yeah, I think I will. Gunny Marker for the win! Of course, it's tail.
저 하염없이 모든 피를
I don't even know how much sanity I have. Stretch!
피어나고 피어나라.
I don't like this drunkard. He's an ass. Come on, at least heads at the last one. Thank God. Thank God. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
34대는 여기까지.
Jesus, dude. Jesus, dude.
너희가 그대를 기억하고 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠소도 기억할 것이니 용맹하게 싸운 그대 곧 되돌아올 것을 고려해.
죄인인가?
Drunk lame.
진짜 즐거운
Oh my God. Ah, dude, no shot. Giving no love to Kitty? I know, dude, I know.
정말 이런 상황이면 이 혈투를
It's fucking tragic, man.
생각하신 겁니까? 힘내십시오.
Neutral at fucking best, man. I will try that.
불길 속으로.
You lost half of your team in the stage. The thing is that I only have half a team.
그저 하염없이 모든
But we'll see if we can persevere somehow.
그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나고 피어나라.
Alright. Could have been worse.
아류 산초 경혈 육시 느껴라.
Oh, we actually staggered him! No shot! The dream is alive, boys! No, never mind, he's not staggered. It was just a prank. Holy shit!
아니었다고?
Ah, it's fucking cookover, isn't it? No, we did it! Oh my god, the lads! Ain't no way! You're next, the last one. How strangely confident you are for someone who has failed to protect their master. He doesn't know that the sinners can come back from death. Well, now that I've claimed young master's Bayu's life, I should be free to clock out. There's no coming back from a crushed brain. Real shame. Had he studied under my tutelage, he could almost match me in skill. And the intruder disappeared from the room without another word. And after a brief break, I revived the dead sinners. Just who could have possibly sent him?
아까 그 같이
Could be the GQ bloke from earlier. He saw the way it was clear to reach boy. He wasn't the only one glaring daggers at Honglu, you know. Oi, you're right. Your brain's feeling funny as came to turn the clock again. No, it's just that this feels new to me. Whenever I was attacked in here, this building felt so infinitely vast. But now that I'm here with all of you, it feels so crowded and alive. And that's funny how. Imagine saying that he's happy we got his back, to paraphrase. Yeah! Bruh, this guy was fucking brutal, bro. Holy crap.
이 정도로 만족하려고 폐륜의 죄까지 저지른 게 아니야.
Xiren.
더 많은 가족들이 배불리 먹기 위해
Okay, let's see.
피의 흐름이 멈춰.
Chiren.
도련님,
Young master, I have brewed some newer tea. Will you imbibe some before departing? No way, Honglu. Remember how the envelope we received yesterday was torn open? Refuse it. I'm okay. I'd love some tea, Chiren. Thank you.
네.
Yes, young master. Honglu sips Chiren's tea.
그러다가 혹시
Hey, the tea could be poisoned. I know we have Dante here, but you're being too reckless. I wasn't being reckless on account of having Dante around. If I was, and if it really had been poisoned, I would be needlessly hurting Dante in the process. Even if she's become a lot less friendly, Chiren is still Chiren. So I thought it would be okay. Hey, Saro! I just want to realize that Chiren's odd change of character was reminiscent of those we'd seen earlier in the backstreet of District 8. Chiren went through a lot of revival, didn't she? Yes, she's my closest maidservant. So, she was on the most expensive version of life insurance. So when you say Chiren is still Chiren, you mean that her memories are intact? Yep, life insurance doesn't actually decay your memory. But still, you'll slowly erode away, like a stone weathering mercilessly gusts and rainstorms. The memory shrinks and shrinks, slowly losing its definition, until the form itself is lost. It only leaves the faint sensation that the stone was once there, until it was no more. But I hope that faint sensation remains a warm remembrance to Chiren, at least. Welcome back, Zaro. How are you doing? Chiren quietly cleared away the tea set. We could not tell if she had heard Longlu, or if she cared at all, if she did. Regardless, we left her to her job and made our way to the palanquin that was waiting to take us to round 2 venue.
사활을 건 전쟁을
When marching out to meet your foes in a deadly war. Normally, most seniors would have laughed out his off for being overdramatic, but today they were all listening intently to her every word. We've already had several close run-ins with the candidates and their factions, and even the formidable Heisho pack. Those experiences were more than enough to convince us that this was the time to take her seriously.
추적의 정보에 대해
We must first learn as much as possible about our primary foe,
우리에게 제일
the one that poses the greatest threat, if you will,
가치.
and that is Jia Q.
그자에 대해
So let's list everything we've learned about that individual so far.
잘린 사람의 목을
Well, we know that he has no problems with bloodying his own hands. Remember how he grabbed those decapitated heads?
저희와 시춘
And we know that he tried to ensure that both our teams and Chishins wouldn't participate in the family hierarch war. We're also aware that he is flanked by Zilu, a mighty Heisho, and Zigong, a strategist.
더군다나 어제
And it seemed like he was the one who sent the assassin from last night too, right?
네.
Yeah, we know that he's definitely wary of us, so we should also stay on guard. As we all know by now, Da Guan Yuan is led by 4 ancient and great houses: the Jia, the Shi, the Shui, and the Wang. Ever since the times before my own birth, this place was a den of political intrigue, a jungle where a single misstep could spell your death. Today, the Jia family holds the most power and influence among the 4, which means that I was the top of the world, afforded a life of luxuries and leisure, the kind of envious life that everyone looks up to and aspires to attain. But Big Brother Xiu, he was beneath even the rock bottom of the same world. Rock bottom? A metaphor for odds, perhaps.
비유가 아니라면
If it isn't, then I presume he's implying that someone pushed Jia Xiu to the depths. Yes, many hands pushed him toward the cliff, until there was no more room for him to back up to, until his only remaining choice was to plummet. Brother Qiu is the last surviving descendant of the annihilated Kong family. Huh? Yet his surname was Jia, was it not? His mother was from the Kong family. Ah, how? My hand was probably one of the many that pushed him off the cliff. I don't think you're the kind of person to do something like that, Honglu. No need to make excuses for me. Envy and jealousy came about from my grandmother and the elders' favoritism. And where there is zenith, so exists a nadir. Hiding won't let me get away from it, so I'm going to accept it. Honglu remained placid throughout the entire reveal, as though he was making some innocent commentary about the weather and the clouds going by. In fact, watch out for the ones working with the sound too. It was Ryoshu who appeared more agitated than he was. The sound! Oh, that walking brick shithouse from earlier. Lei hang. You're really worried, Ryoshu. That usually just is because he's powerful. Silence descended in the palanquin. Has Ryushi ever called anyone straight up powerful before? No one replied. Oh, damn. You know you're in trouble when even she says someone is powerful. Okay. Lin Dayu. Oh, shit! Are we finally gonna learn about Dayu? Okay, it's time. That's the last one, right? That's 19. We have arrived at the venue for the second round of the evaluation. We found ourselves at some kind of deep subterranean area with multiple lifts installed inside it. Some contestants were already rising on those lifts, but most of them had elected to remain down here to quietly and furtively discuss the strategies. As for us, we were slowly getting used to our presence, drawing the attention of every single person in the room the moment we entered. Contestants must now each board their lift and ascend. Well then, should we get going too? I feel like we're drawing way too much attention, so let's... But we were stopped by a voice calling us. Big bros about you. Ah! She's so pretty! I like her! Ah, Dayu! Have you been well? I'd seen a child who looked just like her a few times in Hongdu's memories. I remember her beaming at Hongdu as she made a mound of petals with one hand. But now she looked at him without a discernible emotion. A spear in the very same hand. Dayu, I didn't think you'd be participating in a family hierarch war. Have you forgotten that my family cannot exist unless we are in service of greater houses? I am but a blade-serving clan from the Shui family. I see. For Big Sister's Baojai's family. Yes, I will be fighting in the service of others to the last of my days. Dayu? Honlu took a step towards her, but she raised her hand and pushed him away. It was not a threat, but her gesture carried such implicit resoluteness that it brought Honglu to a stop. Dayu, I'll be departing Dagwan soon. The elders have commanded me to leave here and experience more of the world. You're leaving Dagwan? So you leave me now, still refusing to eliminate me to the truth about that day? Why? Why won't you stop smiling like that? Then, I hope you'll never come back here again. We shared an intimate bond once, yet all is for naught. Now I am unbound by the heavens, unbound by the dirt. Still lies this heart of mine now, with emptiness wrought. A blossom may be lovely now, but its wilting sharpens the blade of woe, the blade of hurt. Our meeting never should have come to pass. Damn! You always say things that are so difficult and saddening to hear. My own funeral was held long ago, and now having met you for the final time, when we meet our ends here, may we each become a lone thread of formless smoke to be scattered to the winds. With that, Dayu walked away from us. Ah, looks like I forgot to introduce her to everyone. She's someone with whom I had a brief connection in my childhood, though I guess our reunion was made under pretty unfavorable circumstances. That she has come here in service of another candidate means that we'll be enemies to the next time we meet. Yi Seng trailed off without vocalizing that sentiment and sighed. Connection are such fickle things after all. Honglu muttered with a faint hint of loneliness as we entered the grand lift, enclosed by 4 pillars. The lift rises ploddingly. When I looked down, I could see the other candidates still waiting for the lift, looking up at us. The candidates whose fates may or may not intermingle with our own in this battle. Joe Bao, you'll never leave this place alive. Oh, that's the guy with the jar, the cum jar boy. No matter what it takes, we'll cut off your head. No matter what it takes. He's a bit of a crazy person. Someone screams bitterly from beneath us, but the lift does not stop. Young Honglu, are we to battle villain henceforth in this quest? But to them we are the villains. Then are they to be evil in our eyes? It's a distinction without a difference. Well, whichever is the case, I'm pretty sure that trying to draw a clear line between enemies and allies won't mean much. It seemed that we finally arrived at our destination as the lift slowed down. We were greeted by a sight that at first glance appeared as though it belonged outside, but we're still clearly within the confines of Hongyuan. Underneath the blue sky were 2 metal gates leading into a massive looming structure. Red light flickered ominously around the building. Looks like they decorated this huge space to look like the outside. I can't even fathom how much money they must have poured into this project. Family Hierarch Evaluation Round 2. A disembodied voice echoes from the speakers with a buzz. Begins now. The door to the lift that carried us up here closed shut. Oh, I finally recognize where we are. You've been here before. This place is the site of the former H Corp that was once headed by the Kong family. sPlay still bleeds from the wounds made then. I wonder if we will be spilling fresh blood over them today. We're surrounded by the loud and crowded bustle of the teeming audience. Is Honglu smiling still, as he always has since our first meeting? I turn around to face him, only to see a much younger Honglu. The deep sorrow in the child's eyes was about to overflow, as if he were ready to burst into tears. That's where it stopped? Ain't no way! No! Dude! I mean, it makes sense! Ah! We have to wait a week! Alright. Ah, dude, that was fun. Ah, that was fun. We had a lot of lore. We met a lot of new people. Like, the first round was pretty cool, too. I'm still sad about Chishun feeling betrayed and being sad and mad at us. I really hope we find a way to team up. Because, like, I mean, it's like there's a top 10, right? So surely not... It's not like everybody's going to die here. So if we don't kill her, we can just fight someone else and get to the top 10 that way. And, I mean, there's definitely a way to get into an alliance. I don't know why she doesn't want to. We already know that the other participants are allying themselves. So, dude, I really hope we kind of make up with her. Because, like, we definitely... we don't need you to be top 1. She can be top 1, it's fine. But we need that top 2, right? Man, I really hope she's gonna be okay. Because I really, really like Chishun. Which I shouldn't. It's not good to attach yourself to... It's not good to get attached to characters in Project Moon games, but yeah, damn. That was good. I'm super curious. I'm super curious. Maybe we'll learn more about what happened to H Corp when the Kong family was destroyed. I mean, I'm assuming we will. There's a whole mystery about what happened with the boy who disappeared, what happened to him, what happened to make... to kind of seem to break Honglu, because, you know, clearly he used to be a more... It wasn't this emotionless in the past, so there's that to learn also. We're gonna learn... We'll see if something happens with Dayu. Are they gonna reconcile? What's gonna happen with his fiancée as well? There's so much shit going on, like, holy crap. I'm so excited. It's just 1 week to wait and find out. That is gonna be super hype. So yeah, I really loved it. Had a great time. I will definitely stream it next week when it's available. And then the week after when the last part is going to be available as well. But so far, I've been enjoying this a lot. So, yeah. I'm going to call it here, though. Today, I mean, it ended up being longer than I thought. It's already been 4 hours, and I started the stream pretty late, so it's already 11 p.m. for me. Tomorrow, I'll probably try to stream earlier. And I kind of want to do a long session of Expedition 33. That's the goal. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Lots of love, boys and girls, and MBs, and out and in, and all the stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye!